This week on ADLR Podcast, we have the PlayStation 5 launch event reactions, thoughts, whatever, and catching up on last week's reviews for the most part.
But I don't see anything like
banner at the top.
the publisher sale.
They should say the Steam Game Festival. It doesn't show you that?
Mine shows the publisher sale, save up to 55% or 75% on Clay.
Mm-hmm.
Steam Game Festival. Okay, I found it.
Yeah,
It was in the rotating thing. That's why I didn't see it.
You guys talking about this the developer highlights thing they're doing this week
Yeah,
on Steam?
Desperado looked good.
I have to look at. I haven't seen any of the indie stuff that's being shown. All right, welcome to the ADLR Podcast, episode 98. I don't even know if I put
really on 98.
Yes, sir. Two more. They hit the big old 100. I said that right, yeah. I had to think. I'm like, did I say an extra one? Either way. Housekeeping. You can go to the ADLR site, I guess. I was gonna say you can go to the ADLR podcast at adlrplays.com, where is the one-stop shop for every ounce of content I have. I forgot to put Randall's mic. It's good now. From Let's Plays to highlights to the podcast archive, it's all there. You can also support the stream there, or just donate to Extra Life, which is a charity where the proceeds go to the Arnold Palmer Hospital for Children. Links are in the chat now if you're watching live. Otherwise, you can go to the site. Also, you can go to adlrplays.com/contact, and you can submit topics and stuff for the show. Currently, it's closed because there's a cutoff at 7 p.m. on Tuesday Eastern, so I can gather any of the fucking topics and not have to do everything last minute. But it'll open up after the show's recorded, and that's about it. I guess updates on videos and stuff. A Plague Tale is all up if you guys want to binge watch the playthrough. The finale went on live today, I think, as a recording on Tuesday. Next is gameplay of Dogurai and Gato Rubato, and then after that is probably, now that it lines up perfectly, it's probably gonna be Last of Us Part 2. Because the last upload I have is on Friday, and Friday is when Last of Us 2 comes out, and I'll probably be recording in the weekend.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And
Jen
that's
brought me food because she was cooking while I was at the gym.
gotcha. And that's it for the update. Randall, what's your videos looking like since you're unboxing here live on this podcast when you had all day to do this?
Unboxing his new computer.
Does this bother you?
Yes, Randall, we're doing a podcast. Let's unbox Randall. This is not a show. It's the unboxing with Randall.
Speaking of unboxing, I was watching Tim the Tatman one time, and he had bought a new chair, a new gaming chair to sit in, and everybody was like, "Bro, put it together on stream. We want to watch you struggle." He's like, "I'm not gonna put it together on stream." People were donating right and left, like, "Dude, put it together on stream." And then a bunch of people came in, and they were like, "What chair did you get?" And he goes, "I got this." Bro, it comes assembled.
Oh, wow. So he just...
First of all, he could have been sitting in it this whole time. Second of all, he got all this money from everybody, and he's like, "I feel so bad right now because you guys donated to see me put this together, and I can't even put it together for you."
I would have been pissed. I'd be like, "Refund, please?" Now, in terms of order of shit we're going to do, we're going to have to go straight into the fucking news that was catching everyone on fire, which is our new fucking next-gen console, people. Randall's hard-on console. Randall's psyched excitement. He doesn't even want to turn on his PlayStation anymore.
All I can think of is him doing the Krieger line. Please stop. My penis can only get so erect.
Yeah, that's pretty much on point. After this specific video that I'm gonna put on, I mean, there's no music obviously because we're not here to get copyright striked. And you need to hear my voice, not the video. So that's what we're doing. I'd also have to update the... Oh, I forgot to do something. Downloads the current topic. Oh, okay. No, wrong again. Hi, guys. This is my first time hosting a podcast. How am I doing so far?
Yeah.
Thanks. I appreciate it. It's the PlayStation 5 reveal, but my slow ass hasn't even gotten this up. Reveal. Now let's hit him with the freaking videos. Not even there. Lit. Now it's there. Lit. It's like it's my first time. So Thursday, we had a showcase. It's supposed to be an hour or so of reveals. Game reveals. Boy, did we get a list of reveals. So, I'm going to list off all the reveals, all the games, and we can talk about our favorites that were shown. Whatever gave us the most hype, whatever. Obviously, it's a console with a popped collar. We got GTA 5 announced. It's going to be ported over, which is a no-brainer.
Everybody was so upset. They saw,
they're not going to be...
pop up.
They thought it was going to be 6. But...
I would rather them have, remastered 3 or Vice City, something,
It just GTA Online makes them too much money. So, leaving it stranded on PS4 wouldn't be a good move anyway. And since it's running on the same architecture, hey, just fucking boost some graphics, some FPS, and put it over.
Everybody is so upset that GTA 5 is getting ported. They're like, nobody cares, dude. Let's get something new.
Yeah, I was like, okay, I'm not interested, but hey, good for them. More money for them because they're still gonna sell like crazy. Spider-Man, right off the bat, playing as Miles Morales. It seems like it's still in the same universe, maybe a direct sequel to the first one. I think it's still in the same city, so we'll see what kind of villains and whatnot happens. Gran Turismo 7. Looks like, the game looked great, driving game. I saw the trailer, I'm like, okay, this looks like one of those racing games, simulation, and then moving on.
Gran Turismo's always been known for its, realism.
Yeah.
Even back in, the early PlayStation days, they were pushing the...
graphical fidelity, yeah.
Yeah, and trying to do, proper physics and everything. And then, on the PS3, was it, 4 or 5?
Both, I think, were on... Both of them were on... No, I'm a liar. I think 4 was on PS2, and then 5 was on PS3.
Yeah, 5 just looked phenomenal.
Even 3 on PS2, I'm like, that looks really good. That looks like a car.
All I can think of is I think the PS3 event with that one guy that was the face of PlayStation. When he comes out and he's like, they said 500 cars. I said, make it 1,000. They said, return it. I said, haha. And then he drives off in one of the S cars.
The blonde dude. I know I don't remember his name, but he was the spokesperson for the PlayStation. And then the Mark kid was the Vita or the PSP one. After that, Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart, sequel to the PS4 version of Ratchet and Clank. Project Athia, I think it was. It looked like some lady jumping between rocks, and then she had environmental powers. Stray, which I honestly don't remember what Stray was. Returnal, which it looked like a Groundhog Day lady in the woods. There's a lot of abstract games that were on here. Sackboy: A Big Adventure, which is like a platformer, but you play a Sackboy. It looks like it's 4-player co-op from the trailer. Destruction All-Star, which is like a Destruction Derby kind of vehicle mashup thing.
That was the one I was trying to explain to you guys. It was it's a Destruction Derby where you get out of your car and then you can blow up other cars. It really doesn't make any sense. I'm not really sure if they're I don't know. It looks interesting, but it's what is going on here? I understand that there's a Destruction Derby going on, but what exactly is happening?
And you can jump on enemy cars and explode shit. I don't know what looked pretty cool, like a fun multiplayer thing. But then we had Kenna Bridge of Spirits, which from the trailer looks like a 3D version of Ori. You play this girl who has a bunch of little guys following her, and it looks like an open world adventure, maybe Metroidvania, depending on how they use those little guys. But they'll get new abilities. They look dope.
Her movement and like the way she attacked looked a lot like Horizon, to me at least.
I have to double check and compare them. It's been a while since I played Horizon, since the DLC, the Frozen Wilds or whatever it was. Goodbye Volcano High, which looked like a cartoon, narrative-driven, probably point-and-click adventure, if I had to guess, but it looked like it was a bunch of cutscenes. I don't know what was moment to moment in that trailer. Excuse me. Oddworld has a new game coming out. Oddworld Soulstorm.
So excited for Oddworld.
Yeah, I'm like, it's been a while since the last Oddworld game, so seeing it on there looks pretty fun. Yeah.
I don't even remember if they made anything after that. Like, there were like 2 for the PlayStation.
Yeah, they made that Hunter one that Brian, remember we re-rented? You were like a bandit, and that one was really cool.
I think you guys were telling me about that.
That one's really cool.
But the really cool thing about like Abe's Oddworld, I remember there was this blind kid that actually beat the game because the sound was so amazing. Like the way all the cues and everything for Abe's Oddworld was just so incredible that a blind kid was actually able to beat the game. He knew exactly like what happened and what to do and all sorts of stuff. It was really cool.
That's when you get some good audio design in. Then we had Ghostwire Tokyo, which looked like a first-person supernatural action game, I guess, because he was hitting him with some like Naruto ninjutsu to take out these Slender Man-looking people, and I don't know what was happening. Jet the Far Shore, which looked like a space exploration game in some sort of way, because it's like 2 people in some ship, and they're like on different planets, just zooming along. It looked very zen exploration game. We have Godfall making an appearance again, but this time with more in-game footage.
That game looked really cool. I think that was multiplayer looking, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's published by Gearbox, and it looks like a melee version of Borderlands. It's gonna be loot. It's just gonna be a bunch of enemies thrown at you. You're gonna be meleeing. How diverse each weapon and melee is, that I don't know. I just hope it doesn't get like... I hope there is a really good hook to it. Solar Ash, the developers of Hyper Light Drifter, are making a 3D version game, a 3D game. Looks like it's the same aesthetic, same color palette. Looks strikingly familiar, like it might be in the same world. Looks pretty dope. And then we got Hitman 3 announced. I played a little bit of Hitman 1 because it's a part of the Game Pass, I think it was. And, I mean, I don't have much to say on it besides it's more Hitman. And people are loving the new Hitman, so. Astro's
Pretty sure I have all the
Playroom.
Hitmans for Steam, so if you ever wanted to play them, I can share the library.
Even the reboot one? There's 2 reboots. Like, that started like a couple years ago. And it's like open
Maybe
world.
not those.
I already beat all the old
I have like a
ones.
bunch of the Hitmans.
Yeah, I've played
I
those,
already beat
the older
all the
ones,
old
because Brian had
Yeah.
them.
Codename 47, Hitman 2, Blood Money, Absolution, and Sniper Challenge.
Yeah, there's a reboot after
Missing
that.
Contract.
There's a series, and you're missing contracts.
Okay.
Or wasn't contracts a console only exclusive on
I
Xbox?
think they ported.
We have to
I think
double
they
check that.
ported, I don't even know.
What was I at? Astro's Playroom, which is you play as those little bots from the Playroom VR camera. I think that was in PS4. Man, it looks like a party game, but I kind of dozed off in the trailer because I just did not interest me. Little Devil Inside. This looks like an action RPG, but like I don't know what in that trailer was moment to moment. It showed off the main character, some of the enemies. Very comical, graphic. The visuals, art style looks pretty cool. It's like Kitty, but it's still kind of dark, if that makes sense. What else we got? NBA 2K21. We saw a man sweat in that. And then that's it. That's pretty much all we saw. He sweat, he dunked the ball, and yelled. All right. And then we've got...
So they're doing basketball.
I guess that's it. Then we got Bug Snacks, which is the sleeper of the whole show. Just letting you guys know ahead of time. It looks like it's a world where you eat things and you become the things you eat. It was just real weird looking, very creative. It's from the people who made Octodad, so it looks like it's made from the people who made Octodad in terms of creativity and polish, I guess, from the animations. We got Demon Souls being remade from assets being remade from the ground up, and boy,
dude, so excited. Between that and Final Fantasy VII, might have to get a PS5.
like that.
Did they say 7's coming to PS5?
It's backwards compatible.
You're right.
That and they're going to be. I mean, they've only released one disc, I guess, and there's going to be more. And there's no way they're going to be like, we're only releasing this for PS4.
Nah, there's going to be a collection for PS5 later. That's easy money for them. Deathloop, which is I think an actual multi-platform game, but they've shown on here, and that looks really fun to play. It's by the creators of Dishonored.
Oh yeah, no, I got like maybe a third into the video that they put out, like the gameplay. I was like, this is just Dishonored with We Happy Few, and I was like, I don't care.
It's not like We Happy Few.
It's colorful.
It's the art style, yeah, but
it's
you're gunning people down the entire time. Dishonored, you had to I want the good ending, so I have to play stealth. Here, you can just go to town with the powers.
No, you can you can play stealth in Dishonored. You just can't kill anyone.
That's what I'm saying. But you get a bad ending if you kill people.
Yeah, but you can non-lethal them like MGS.
I need to lethal them and get whatever ending I want. Do you understand?
Well, that's how you play. But
Exactly.
I have to give Brian this one. That was the first thing I thought. I was like, this is Dishonored.
The engine, everything's played, but you can kill anything. Like, the point is to kill the people. Bless you. Village, Resident Evil.
Before you say something about Village,
Go for it.
You remember how Godfall looked when we saw it
In
just
the
a couple
showcase?
of days ago?
Yes.
Look at this.
Mute the audio, please.
There's no audio.
Oh, okay.
Doesn't that look different?
No, that one it just has less effects.
And if you wanted the
Yeah,
PS3
if you look at the recent one, there's just more particles when they swing.
I don't know. It looks visually looks different to me.
Okay.
Different good or different bad?
He doesn't like the way it looks now.
The way it looks now looks worse than when this came out.
I don't remember.
Maybe it's just the lighting thing. I don't know. It just looks way more dramatic and polished. And the one that they showed just recently, it looked like they took a step back.
What are you saying, Kelsey?
The spokesperson was Kevin Butler.
Thank you. Yes, Kevin Butler was the person.
I know it was eating at you like it was eating at me.
In the back of my head, I'm like, I'm not gonna remember this guy's name, but I'm gonna be thinking about him the entire time.
I kept thinking Kevin Nealon, but I'm pretty sure that's a comedian.
You're a comedian.
Oof.
Oh.
Got you, dude. You can just sit there with that. Yeah, Resident Evil Village. Throughout the beginning of that trailer, I'm like, what is this? Because it looked like a horror game, but I'm like, I don't know what series, and maybe this is a new one or what the case is, but I don't know. I was digging the vibe of it. It has the same vibe as Resident Evil 7. It's gonna be first person.
Same protagonist.
Yeah, you play as Ethan again, so
For whatever reason,
I don't know.
You know,
his arm looks
That
like
would
it's still
not be
intact,
there.
so that's good.
yeah.
I know the visual style was like, yeah, Javi in the chat, how he was pogging. I'm like, holy shit! This is the most exciting part about moving up a generation in consoles, because now there's a new standard of how good things are gonna look. Because now they have more horsepower, so they don't have to worry about starting low and then just fuck the PC. We just port it over. Now we're going to start at an even higher level, and we're going to get that. We're going to reap the benefits. And now with the SSD, we'll get to the hardware stuff in a sec. I'm already getting lit here.
This podcast is sponsored by Samsung SSD.
Don't ever do that again.
It is.
Don't ever do that again. We're not sponsored by them. We're not getting money, so don't do that again. They want us to sponsor
I'm
this,
getting money.
and you're on my platform. Don't ever do that again. fuck out of here, Randall. What are we doing?
I like
Yeah,
how
Village.
Redfield looked.
What?
I like how new Redfield looked. He actually doesn't look like an idiot, and he doesn't look like he just is a filler character like in 7.
Yeah, he looks dope. The trench coat and everything, and him just like gunning that zombie down. I don't know. I thought he looks really cool in that reveal.
That was apparently the guy's wife that you saved in the one before. That he shot.
Oh, that's good. Because I didn't choose to save the girlfriend. I picked
I
Zoe.
didn't either. Yeah, you cut my arm off.
Yeah, she cut my fucking hand off. I'm not saving you. Randall's like, I'll still do it. You're crazy, Randall.
Wasn't she possessed?
That don't mean nothing, so?
That means a lot. That means
she can just use that as an excuse to cut your other hand off later.
You do know what possessed
you got
means,
your hand
right?
back. If you just picked it up, you reattached it. Or they did.
Okay, they reattached it, but again, I don't want that happening again. But now she can be like, I'm possessed, and cut my hand again. And that's not happening. And you put yourself in all these risky ass positions, dude.
If she was truly possessed and you allegedly fixed that problem at the end of the game, then I don't see what the problem is.
Javi said that Zoe was possessed too, but just not as bad.
Okay, she did not cut my hand.
He just said just not as bad.
Okay, so
That's a difference.
just as bad would be like, I can just use this again. And she, who was possessed, didn't cut my hand.
It's not using it again because she wasn't in control.
Randall, it ain't worth it.
Even while possessed, Zoe told you how to fix your issue.
Yeah.
How
We
to
know
get
what?
the fuck out of there.
Yeah.
What?
You heard me.
I didn't hear you.
Even while
Even while
possessed.
possessed, Zoe helps you figure out how the hell to get out of there and how to get a cure. The other one's just like,
It sounds like she earned the cure then.
yeah.
While the other one's sitting there trying to kill me the entire time. Nah, I'm cool. You can sit there and rot. Heck. All right.
Hashtag Team Zoe.
And then what?
Or hashtag Team Zoe. And her uncle, the DLC, he swings at everything with his hands.
Yeah.
So I want to be part of that family tree if that's all right with you.
Gotcha. I guess it was like grouped up by publishers, because then Capcom announced a game called Pragmata, which I don't know what it is about. It again, visual. That engine they're running on, the Resident Evil engine, is just great. Yeah, Javi and I heard the same fucking thing, dude.
That was the one that they didn't like really show anything. It just kind of.
It was just a cutscene that looked cool, and I'm like, all right. It was like a little girl flying in the air with that. You didn't look cool. You didn't think that looked dope?
I looked at it and I was like, okay, this is Capcom seeing it because Death Stranding was hilariously vague and did weird shit. Now we're gonna try to make money off of this.
Oh, got it.
Like, I'm so tired. The dumbest thing you could do as a company is not show any actual gameplay. Nobody gives a fuck if your cutscenes look great. Like, yeah, it's cool. That's nice. Does it have anything to do with me actually playing the game? No, it doesn't. Like, even if people like just the story, they're not gonna play it if the gameplay sucks. You know, like look at Last Remnant. I thought that game looked awesome. Jesus Christ, dude.
I mean, in their defense, Death Stranding showed nothing but questionable fucking trailers. It won awards at the Game Awards.
Well, I have opinions on that, but we'll move on.
That he fucking sold out. He fucking got that payola and he just let it rip, you know?
Why is this girl alive in space? She's standing on the moon.
It's not a girl.
You're not a girl.
I mean, that's true, Randall. He got you. Like, or unless you have something to announce here.
Is it a boy?
Anyway.
No, it's not human.
You didn't ask her.
And then they end the showcase with one final game, which is Horizon Zero Dawn 2 Forbidden West. Which I honestly don't know if that was pre-rendered or in game, because it looked too good for me to say if it was in game. But I'm like, it does have a lot of power now. Can this be pulled off? And I don't know what was in game in that trailer. Because I mean, Horizon Zero Dawn looked pretty good. So
made by Guerrilla Games, and everything they do looks pretty on launch for their consoles.
Yeah, and Guerrilla has a pretty hefty engine with pushing a bunch of they got it. So all right, then the hardware reveal, which you've been seeing on loop down there if you're watching. Yeah, they showed 2 SKUs. We have the disc version, which comes with probably just a controller in that, with UHD Blu-ray drive, and then there's a discless version, which is just a console, no drive. Still has I think the same USB ports and all the other jazz, and probably a controller. They went on to show off some accessories, which is like a charging station, wireless headset it looks like, and a camera, I think, were the other accessories that are probably all going to be coming out this holiday. Now, we've all went through the list. What was your hype moment here, if any?
Randall, go.
Go, Randall. Because I know you like the hardware itself. That you made abundantly clear. But in terms of games, we'll get to the hardware in a bit.
Ratchet and Clank.
Oof. Why you steal my answer?
Spider-Man looked good, but if it plays the same way, I'm probably not going to play it.
It's most likely going to play the same way. Because the turnaround time for that is ridiculous. That game came out, last year? Or 2 years ago?
Yeah. I think it was last year.
And they already have a build for this holiday. They probably use
this year.
It says holiday 2020. So they probably they swapped the playable characters, up the graphics, and then gave us a story, whatever story that is. Unless it was happening in tandem, maybe, as the first one.
It was 2 years ago. September 7th, 2018.
Okay, so they had some time to make this.
I mean, 2 years, it's a long time, but still not a long time to really revamp an entire system. What they had worked really well. Anybody who played the game, even if they didn't like the story, were like, dude, it was so nice just to be able to swing properly.
Yeah, it feels great to play.
They're not gonna just be like, you know what? Fuck that. We're just gonna get rid of everything that everybody loves and do this like they did Dark Souls. Dark Souls 2, where nothing you liked in the first game exists.
We'll get to Souls in a minute, 'cause I know that's probably your get hype moment. Because I didn't play Demon Souls extensively, but when I saw that fucking Tower Knight, I'm like, oh no.
Dude, that was I came in midway through that showing, and it showed the skeleton, and then it showed the knight, and I was like, that's Demon Souls. It's gotta be.
I didn't know what the hell I was looking at until that fucking Tower Knight. Because I'm like, I've died to you so many times, you're ingrained in my brain. It's almost as bad as DOA's final boss. It's Alpha 152. Never forget it. For me, so besides Ratchet and Clank, I'm doing all of those things right now.
Doesn't sound like
So besides Ratchet and
Is
Clank,
Randall done?
oh my god. Randall, are you done with your list of hype moments, or is it just those? What about NBA 2K21, dude?
Gran Turismo 7.
Are you a huge fan of Gran Turismo? Or you just liked how it looked?
Yeah, I used to play it.
Oh, snap. You got all the licenses and stuff?
That's the only way you can play it.
Nah, bro, you just do single races in exhibition. Just me?
But
Okay,
you can't
got
win
it.
cars.
That's fine. I just played with the default cars.
Okay.
Yeah, I drove a Miata the entire time. So it sounds like you like the first party games the most. You didn't care for Devil. What is it? Fuck, that's the one I actually like. Little Devil Inside. But I saw you giggling and getting really
funny.
hyped for bug snacks. So I don't know if you're super down for bug snacks.
I thought the song was catchy.
Yeah, it really is kind of catchy.
But I didn't like the game.
They really didn't show us much game. It just showed us the islands and stuff. What about Deathloop? Nothing?
No, but I'm interested to see the response of people when that game comes out.
Because of the racial thing?
It's just, I don't know if it's a racial thing, but it's awfully weird. Like you said, you don't know what the people are underneath those masks, but it's just weird. Everybody's hunting down this black dude. But anyway,
What about that Ghostwire game? You were like, what the heck's happening? With the ninjutsu?
I'm
Running around.
definitely not playing that.
No? Oh my
Which
god.
one was that?
Ghostwire
Ghostwire?
Tokyo, yeah.
I want to look. I don't know that I saw this one, so I gotta look this one up.
For me, a lot of the ones is that you know your list there, Randall, or you named off a lot of first party ones. Like you didn't care much for the indie ones.
Let me see.
All right, well you looked then, Brian. What did you see all these games or just some of them?
I watched some. I didn't watch the
whole showcase.
the show. Yeah, I saw the news on the console after, and I looked at the trailers after. I heard what came out, and I was like, okay, this is a sequel, so I'm gonna get this if I get the console.
Got it.
Spider-Man. I was
Mhm.
happy. I like Peter more than Miles, but like that swinging would make me play as anybody.
Yo, those are facts right there.
Let
That
me see
game
what
felt
else.
great.
GTA 5. I bought it on PS3. I don't need to play it again. Gran Turismo. Don't care for it. If it's not Forza or Burnout, I don't really give a shit anymore. Ratchet and Clank. They haven't made one Ratchet and Clank game that I've ever disliked.
Let's be a little bit more specific, Brian. Forza Horizon,
Forza Horizon. Yeah.
because there's a
Ratchet
motorsport.
and Clank. They're always winning. I don't remember what Project Athia is or Stray. You see Sackboy?
Oh, I
indifferent.
know what Stray is. I have a complaint about Stray. Sorry, I need to get this off my chest. So this trailer shows us a world where it's inhabited by mostly robots. There's a poor class of robot. There's middle class. It looks like this entire world is about bots, but you play as a cat. You hear me right? Instead of living in the world as one of the robots and experience the world, you're a cat.
For
How
which
do you
one?
know you play as a cat?
'Cause I looked it up, Randall. I'm like, I play Stray. You play as
Stray?
cat. Yep. Look at that trailer and you're like, oh snap, that's gonna be cool to walk around that world. Not as a cat. It reminded me of an episode of Love, Death, Robots. Yeah, it had that vibe. Like there's like a world building there, and I'm sure it's gonna be great to world building when you're playing as a cat. But
I just looked at the trailer. Yeah, this looks.
it looks
cool,
great,
but-
and then I'm like, why is it showing the cat at the end? And I'm like, I'll look it up later. Yeah, you play as a cat.
It's not even like a robot cat.
Yeah, like I'm like, I don't want to be a cat.
That just pissed me off.
So I was hyped for that, and then I'm like, I have a suspicion I'm not gonna play as one of those things.
So let me see. Yeah, Spider-Man, Ratchet and Clank, Horizon, Oddworld. I'm not really into just pure platformers. To me, it's kind of meh. Sackboy. I don't know. Like I
It's a
like
co-op
seeing people's
platformer.
Yeah, I like people's creativity, but I don't know if I'm gonna spend money on playing that online just to look at other people's levels.
I don't think you can do that. Is that? I think it's just a straight up platform made by the creators. I don't know. I don't think it's Little Big Planet 4.
I feel like if they don't have any form of that, then this game is completely underwhelming.
Well, the reason that's probably coming out this year is because at a console launch you need some specific genres to launch with. A racing game, a sports game, an action game, a kid-friendly game. Like you need
They're
something for
always gonna have that stuff.
yeah, but on launch you need to have that. So
Too many big studios are already gonna get the heads up to be able to make all that stuff for that. When it comes out.
that's what I'm saying. That's what these are. Like that's what that Sackboy one. If it doesn't have like Brian's saying, like the user created stuff, because that was not the plan from the beginning. They just needed a platforming game that the kids can go in there and play.
Because I saw it became like a 3D world platform. It's like this is gonna be really cool for people creating stuff. And if it's the case where you can't, then I didn't feel like I needed to see this. I want to watch someone play Resident Evil.
Oof.
I don't have any interest playing it myself, but it seems like it would be interesting to watch. And Demon Souls, it looks pretty enough that if I'm gonna get bodied for 17 hours straight, at least it looks nice.
Yo,
Just on
those
the
are
second boss.
those are facts though. That game looks really good. That trailer looked really good. How about you, Kelsey? Besides Demon Souls, because we know you like Demon Souls.
I mean,
That
Demon
looks-
Souls is an obvious one.
yeah.
Deathloop didn't look too bad. Like, I mean, it definitely had a Dishonored feel, but it looked like it could be a lot of fun. The Godfall looks really good. because I really like any sort of action RPG.
Yeah.
Um, what was the other one? I never really got into Ratchet and Clank. I don't remember what Project Athia is.
Yeah, that one showed like the least amount of gameplay. It was her like jumping on rocks and then like rooting somebody with one of her powers. And that's all I
Okay.
remember.
Oddworld looks really good.
Yep.
And then what was the other one? Horizon Zero Dawn. Like I didn't play the original, but I've seen people play it, and it looks awesome.
That is coming to Steam though. So if you haven't played it and you want to play it, it's coming on Steam soon.
Horizon Zero Dawn, or
Yeah, the first one.
Nice. Oh, the Destruction All Star. That one,
It's
like, I
interesting
really like
looking.
What is that? Because I saw just the
that's
thumbnail.
the one where it's a destruction derby, but you have people outside of their cars that are running around and blowing up other cars or blowing up cars.
Yeah, like if you destroy somebody's car, like if you like head on hit one, they'll fly out of the window and now they're running around. You muted yourself.
Yeah, I say thanks for a sub.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, like it looks interesting. I kind of want to wait to see more. They didn't like really show gameplay. It was more just kind of cuts of random shit that's going on, so you don't really know exactly how the game's going to play, other than it's supposed to be a destruction derby game, but there are cars and people. And I don't really remember there being like, oh, when the car blows up, you run around with your dude and try and blow everybody else up before you die.
Yeah. It's like a second chance kind of thing, which is pretty dope. That's about it.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, Spider-Man looks cool. I would definitely play it, but depending on how much the PS5 is and what all's coming out for just PlayStation, I'm not a big console fan anymore. Like, I think they were great originally, and I think they're kind of just outdated at this point. Regardless of how much easier they are to like boot up and download 84 gigs for Modern Warfare.
That game, that I would love to be, fly on the wall in that studio right now. Like, what is the priority there? More fucking blueprints? Anyway, we're not gonna get into that. For Randall, did you find anything else or nah?
So my list is maybe Spider-Man, Gran Turismo 7, Ratchet and Clank, Godfall, hopefully it looks polished by the time it comes out. Hitman 3, NBA 2K21.
Oh, so that sweat got you going?
No, but I'm probably going to get it because I like basketball games.
Yeah.
That's probably it. I was interested in Horizon at one point, but I don't know. I kind of lost interest in it.
Okay. For me, there was the safe bets where I'm like, okay, cool. I'm glad it's happening. I've played it. I'm gonna play it now, which is Spider-Man and Ratchet and Clank and Horizon. I'm sure nothing revolutionary is gonna be there, but I'm gonna like it. Then the indies is when I'm like, oh snap, the Kena Bridge of Spirits, easy. I'm like, I'm definitely gonna play that. That looks dope. Little Devil Inside. There's something about the charm of that art style and having it be an adventure. Like, it looks really cool. Solar Ash, because I loved Hyper Light Drifter. So if these guys are making another game, I'm fucking playing it.
Ash?
Yeah.
Oh, that one.
Deathloop, because that looks really fun to just go around shooting things, and while you're getting hunted by another assassin. Village. I love Resident Evil 7. Having it first person was a great move in my opinion. Like going through a house like that with all the claustrophobic hallways and doorways. That's another level of scary. So, or like suspense, I guess. And if they're gonna continue that with this one, absolutely, I'm down. And that's about it for it. Because Godfall, it's like maybe. I don't know. Because it's something about the I've seen 2 gameplay trailers now, and they looked almost identical. in terms of like the repetitiveness. So hopefully it feels good to do the attacks and to do maybe combos and stuff. That'll probably keep me going. But if I could just Dragon Ball Z it, that's gonna get boring quickly. I think that's it. Pragmata looked cool, but that was just like it looked pre-rendered. I don't know what the hell I'm looking at.
That was the space thing?
Yeah, the space thing with the lady on the moon, and
There was absolutely no information in that.
it was a cool trailer, and I'm like, all right, that looked cool, but catch me when you got some like moment to moment, you know? Hitman 3 looks cool, but I haven't really delved into the new reboot, so I'm sure it's going to be cool, but I don't know anything about it. Oddworld Soulstorm looks pretty cool too. That's about it. Goodbye Volcano High. I'm like, no, none of that interests me.
I thought it was Borderlands at first.
Oh, really?
World?
That's the one where they're in the bus, right?
Oddworld
A different game.
Goodbye Volcano High?
I think I'm thinking of the PC game show.
I didn't see that, so I only saw what was announced there. And that's about it. Now for the hardware. Randall put up a poll on what system people are going to get, and he said, surprisingly, more people on his poll picked the one with the disk drive. And if those people are listening now, yeah, hold on, I'm addressing them now. Stop it. Stop buying physical media. It's old as shit. You're wasting our time. All those games you're going to get probably have online act, unless you're playing like Red Dead or something single player. Maybe that makes sense. Anyway, diskless. Stop holding us back with your fucking discs. And I don't want to hear you say 4K UHD Blu-ray. You can get 4K videos online. You'll be fine.
No one. You want to know what reads faster than physical media? Having it on the hard disk.
I mean,
or streaming it to your RAM.
The reason it could be is because you can't trade in the digital copies.
Oh well.
Dude, you get like $4 for trade-in.
Yeah, like you.
Yeah, but that's at least you get some kind of value back. Or let's say the game's garbage and you don't want it anymore. You can't be like, well, and then give them 7 gigs and get money back.
You can return stuff.
What's the policy
digitally
on returning something?
I don't know, but I think it's trash. Maybe. I never had to return it because I'm like, oh, I know I'm gonna like this game. Buy it. Like, there's so much information out there. You can know if you're gonna like a game. There's streams everywhere.
That's maybe one factor.
I want to pose a question to you guys. What do you think the prices are gonna be? Because everyone's speculating.
I already told you.
For the PS5 itself, or for the game?
For each SKU, the games are still gonna be $60. I doubt they're gonna bump that. But for the hardware itself, for both SKUs,
I mean, everything I've read online, the base model without the drive
is $600.
You think that one's gonna be $600?
Yes.
I thought that one was $500. The one with the drive was more.
I think it's gonna be diskless $600. The one with the disc is gonna be like $650, $700.
The base one, $749.99. The discless one,
That's way too much.
$600.
I don't think that thing passes $700.
$749.99.
Okay.
The discless one, $600.
You think it's $150 worth of for a drive?
Yep.
You're fucking crazy, dude. You can
I
get
don't
a
know why it would be
UHD.
$100 more for the drive.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It may be $650 to $700, at most $700.
Like if the discless one is
$749.99.
supposed to be $500 or $600, it should be like
Javi's going
know.
super a fucking low. He said $400 for the digital and $500 for the disc in 3 years. Okay, yeah, that's different. In a couple of years from now, yeah. But on launch, that shit's gonna be ridiculous.
$749.99.
Okay. Kelsey, what are you thinking? Yeah, I kind of cut you off.
I mean, if the disc one doesn't come with the same drives, if it's like worse drives, probably, I don't know. I think that one's gonna be $500, and I think the discless one is $550.
Oof, going a little
The
lower.
other
They're going-
factor,
Go ahead.
the other factor that a friend of mine brought up is maybe it's diskless, but maybe they also give it a bigger SSD because that's the only way you can like buy games essentially
I think they're on record saying it's a terabyte.
for both.
That's it. They're on record it's going to be a terabyte. Whether it's for both, I don't know.
So if it's for sure just hey, we took the CD tray out.
All right. I guess I gave mine already. 650 and then 6. Randall, what you got?
500 and
For which one?
for digital.
500 flat?
It's probably going to be 499.
I know it. Yeah, we can round up. Like I know what you mean when you say 500, like 499. We get it.
So, Skippy in my chat says games are too fucking big nowadays. Where 1 terabyte will be like 3 games installed. And if it
Not
keeps going the
really,
way of
though.
Modern Warfare, Modern Warfare is going to be the only one that you could install.
Modern Warfare's just setting a bad example. That's on their. That's their fuck up. Like
Yeah,
there's
a
no
lot of
way
games
that
are
game should
still-
be 100 fucking gigs.
A lot of games are still 60 unless it's just you have those games that people seem to base everything off of.
Sorry, go ahead, Randall. 500 for digital edition.
And extra $50 for this.
Oh, so it's gonna be 550 and 5 for you. I'm doing 650 and 6. It's because of 5. That's too low for me.
The reason I'm saying 5 is because I forget his name. I think his last name is Pinello or Pello or some junk like that. He used to be one of the execs for PlayStation.
And his name is Pinello?
I think that's what it is. I would have to look it up again. I saw it earlier today.
Okay.
But basically, he said that there's no way that it's going to be over $500.
There's plenty way. Are you kidding? An SSD, first of all, 1 terabyte, and then they have custom flash controllers in there made for it. Nah, bro. They have custom hardware on top of expensive SSDs. Like, there has to be more. 8-core. I'm pretty sure it's an 8-core. AMD. It's the PS5, not the PS6, Anthony. Come on. All right. I hope you guys are right and it's cheaper, but that's
The only
good.
way The only way I'm contemplating getting this is if the discless one is below 400.
There's no. I'm so
Exactly.
curious now because you guys are out here saying some crazy fucking numbers.
I said which ones I'm sticking to. I'm saying the parameters as to which I would be getting one of them.
400 for this new system? No way. Sony's gonna
Yeah,
capitalize.
there's
They
no
have.
way it'll be less than 400.
That's what I'm saying. So I'm most likely not getting a PS5, at least not on launch.
Not even less than 500. I'm thinking that. I'm telling you, dude. Like now they have the player base. Psh, these guys are gonna
But do
go
they have the
straight for it,
movies?
huh?
But do they have the movies?
I guess.
Like, there's been rumors floating around that they're going to lower the price some simply because of the COVID stuff. That so many people lost their jobs. But I don't know that it's going to affect it that much. I think the lowest they're going to go is 500.
How much do you think the peripheral is going to be?
I think it's gonna be. It might be a little expensive. So 60 to 70 for a controller, because Nintendo already fucking jumped that hoop, and now it costs more to buy a controller than a game.
Yeah, it doesn't. Isn't that the same thing with the PlayStation controllers?
I thought the PS4 controllers are 50.
No, I think they're like 60 or 70 still.
Oh,
At least for
oh.
maybe the colored versions though, like the oranges and all that.
because this controller now has built-in microphones, so that's gonna jump the price. I think it added more. What's it called to each of the triggers, right? Haptic feedback. No, haptic feedback. I think there's like I was gonna say vibrators. Rumble on each.
On Sony's
rumble on
site, it's
each.
65 for a controller.
Oh, then it might be the same then, same price.
No,
Because I doubt they're gonna go to
GameStop.
$80 for a controller.
What about the
70.
camera?
80.
The camera, we don't know the resolution yet.
80.
Or did it say HD or UHD in that trailer? Oh well, I guess
Said
it's,
HD.
it just said HD
UHD.
camera.
Yeah.
So probably 100 something for the camera.
80.
So apparently there's like a very big difference between the controllers for the PS4. So the regular black one is 60, the gold is 65, a midnight blue is 50, and then white is 65, and red is 50.
That's
So
weird.
it's just like all over the fucking spectrum, depending on the color that you like.
So probably it's gonna be 60 to 65, if I had to guess. Son,
70. What did I say? Yeah, 70.
you're just throwing numbers, Brian. Like, what are you
about
doing?
the
70.
headphones?
The headphones, it's gonna be like the headphones now. I think the headphones now are like
100.
100 and something. Yeah.
87.
And I think the headphones that are out now. Oh, no, they are wireless, right? The PlayStation branded headphones are wireless, and I think they're like 100 and something, maybe 200. The media remote, because no one has a Roku or fucking a Chromecast. Let's watch shit through our PlayStation.
My entire TV is a Roku.
Exactly.
You know?
That's my point. Like, they had such a fuss last generation about the thing for games. Don't put the accessory for a media remote on this fucking showcase then. Like, I'm gonna use that. The people watching this aren't the grandmas and grandpas that are gonna be buying it for the media.
Right. They try and make everything like a one-stop shop, and it never works. And whatever they do, it only like half works most of the time. And it's like everybody already has like a Roku, an Apple TV, or an Amazon Fire. Something Amazon Fire. Like that.
Yeah.
That's just the way it works these days. Not to mention, most smart TVs come with apps that you can just do that with. You know, you can download a lot of that stuff and just do whatever you want to do with it.
All of them have Chromecast built in.
Yeah.
While you're in your phone, you're like, oh look, porn. You just hit Chromecast and put it on your screen. Like,
I mean, that's what Randall was doing at your guys' house.
I remember that tournament fondly. It was a great time, and then Randall just made it so weird, dude. I don't know. The hardware looks cool. I hope there was a black one, because the white looks cool, but...
There is.
What do you mean there is?
There is.
There's no way they would only.
You're just gonna not elaborate besides there is.
What else did they give you?
Where did you
side
see?
angle?
Yeah, where did you see it?
Don't ask me about my connects, Anthony.
All right, so there's no black one out officially. The white, it looks. Go ahead.
There's no way. Like after PlayStation, the original PlayStation, PlayStation 2, PlayStation 3, and PlayStation 4 have all been black except for like the specialty version.
Yeah, that's true. I don't know.
And I know that the white one the only thing that makes it white is the shields that it has on it, because I'm pretty sure the actual console
It's
is
in between that.
those two white pieces.
Yeah.
You know, so people either they're gonna sell it or people are gonna sell some sort of cover or something for those to change it.
Or hopefully
Like,
it's
there's no
easily
way-
removable that you can just paint it yourself.
That shit's pretty hideous to me, the white part. And I don't like the controller being primarily white like that.
Did the first PlayStation ever come out in black?
The first one was grayish. I don't remember
I
it
You
coming
can
out
get
in
a black
black.
one.
I remember it was gray.
You could get like a black, a green, a red, something else. They
There
had
was
multiple colors for the original PlayStation.
The first gen for PS1 was gray.
Yeah.
And I have to remember they made the round white one.
PS1. They normally call it PS and then the word one. And then that was like a little white capsule looking thing.
Yeah. Yeah, like the two-tone on the controller, I'm not a fan of. The way they did it, maybe at least.
I just like the curves, man. It looks like it was like a freaking car.
On the PlayStation 5,
Yeah, there's something about the curve.
everybody online's like, it's a router. It looks like a giant router.
It's a Netgear router.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it's Netgear that has that same color scheme. Or I might be wrong. It might be TP-Link. I don't remember offhand. All right, but that's it for the PlayStation. Like, I'm excited because new consoles means new pushes for graphical fidelity. Hopefully, not reusing, but better games pushed for the PC as well. Like now they can take advantage of faster storage, so they don't have to design around slow storage.
So
Like,
you know
it's-
how all of the systems have been getting bigger and bigger?
What do you mean?
The PS5 will stand over a foot tall.
I don't doubt it. I don't fucking doubt it.
I'm just waiting for like the next gen after this to be just like a closet that I get into and start playing.
They might as well.
That would be awesome. Like
they'll just
virtual
sell you-
reality, the whole
Yep.
thing's a screen.
Yeah, they'll just sell you the VR right there. 'Cause, like, it's big enough it could just house the fucking VR headset. That's about it. Another thing that I was watching today. There's a video for Digital Foundry. I'm a huge fan of Digital Foundry. So they have a video of what you can purchase on your PC to future-proof based on the next-gen consoles. So if you don't want to buy a console, you can buy parts that'll match or way surpass it. You know what I'm saying? And you can be good for this generation. But the thing that I've been looking into, which NVIDIA's been pushing, is the AI upscaling, which has been working wonders, which is the DLSS, where you render at a lower resolution and then AI reconstructs the image in real time. And it gets near the same quality upscaling. And the reason I like that is because you can get like the Nintendo Switch. It's a console obviously that's not, you can't run Doom Max on that. It'll burn on your hands. Or just crash. But if you can have that type of technology in the future cards, or sort of like the Shield 2 can have another Tegra, because this one's running on like a Tegra X1 or something. But then the next future Tegra that comes out has an AI chip that can do like upscaling, reconstruction. You can get some good ass fucking visuals because you're rendering at a low resolution and it just does the upscaling, which looks really good. Like, that's the stuff I'm excited for. Wow, you can render, like, playing at that in 4K makes more sense than, hey, let's push all this fucking bandwidth to render native 4K when we can use that for something else. All that bandwidth for higher polys or real-time, like, shadows or lighting or something, or global illumination or reflections, instead of, oh, let's just make it look the same, but now we can render it at 4K. But I think we had this discussion last week anyway. So that's that. Xbox, you're up next. You showed us.
I'm just disappointed that they don't have their own. They don't have their own. Hey, our exclusives are coming to PC like Xbox. That's why I don't really give a shit about their console. I'm just glad that I can participate in the next gen of Xbox games without having to buy their shit.
That's a reason. There's a reason for that. You're not running on a Sony OS. You're running on a Microsoft OS. That's why it was easy for them to be like, yeah, our games are coming to Microsoft, our other platform. It benefits them. People already have Windows. But if Sony had like a Linux distro, it's like, hey, you can play our Sony games on PC if you had Arc Linux _Sony or whatever bullshit.
I have that.
Yeah, like that'd be different. But they're not going to put their Sony game on Microsoft platform. They'll play nice and do the cross-play stuff, but that's just linking accounts to a third party's database at that point, and that does the matchmaking that way. But they're not gonna put I guess Horizon and what else is coming to PC that was first party?
Detroit.
Detroit came out on PC as well.
What's it called? Heavy Rain.
Yeah, it's on the Epic store though. It hasn't come out on Steam yet.
What? Is it part of the? Oh, Epic.
Yeah, it's on Epic. Persona came out. I don't know if Persona was an exclusive. I thought Atlas just made those games for on Sony's consoles. Was that actually an exclusive? Death Stranding came out, was a good one. Say again?
Pretty sure Persona 5 was exclusive.
Oh, okay.
And I think all the other ones were they just only made them for that console.
That might have been it.
Kelsey, June 18th on Steam is when Detroit comes out.
All right. So June 18th.
He's got streaming content.
Dude, I have so much stuff that I can like stream right now. I just haven't had like any desire to do so.
Are you talking about Detroit Become Human?
Yeah, Kelsey's gonna play it because it comes out on PC. When was it, Brian? Or Steam, sorry.
June 18th. So Thursday.
Oh, this Thursday.
It's a good game.
Randall cried 3 times in it.
Nah, it's more like salty on some stuff.
Some people cry salt.
Throw the ball, baby.
Throw the ball, baby.
I would love a sound clip of that. Like, I would love for you to stream that just so that we could hear that and make a clip of it on Twitch. That would be the greatest shit ever. You'd be famous on Reddit in minutes.
Anthony, next time you hear him getting a little passionate with whatever he's playing, turn on the mic that he has right now and just set it close to the door.
Got it. I'll make sure to do that.
Get your phone and put record. Just tape it to his door.
He'll see the mic because usually when he's playing up here, like what's it like? He leaves the door open because we'll just yell at him or he'll yell at me while he's doing whatever and I'm playing
just put
downstairs.
it like around that corner.
Oh yeah, right here, and then he's gonna be like, "Throw the ball, baby," and I'm like, "Clip it."
Oh man,
All right, let's move on.
that would be so amazing. That would be my new ringtone.
All right, so we got through the PlayStation stuff in an hour. Now, what can we finish in an hour?
On myself.
I mean, that's true. Like a bunch of times at that point. All right, Brian, since you volunteered, you watched some animes this week.
Nope. Not this week.
Oh, your facts last week. I'm
Pussy.
dumb. All right. The hell was that, Brian? You watched
the
Hunter
Dorohedoro
x Hunter. Isn't that one of those like Shonen Jump
Yeah.
ones that
It's
takes like
100
7 years to finish
It's
watching?
148 episodes.
Jesus.
Let me see. Where I start with this. A friend of mine, I got my friend to watch Breaking Bad. I've been recommending it tirelessly, and they watched it and liked it. And then they said that since they watched that, I had to watch Hunter x Hunter. So boom, I watched Hunter x Hunter.
Okay.
The beginning part of the plot is, on the screen you're gonna see a kid fishing with a green jacket on.
Yep.
He lives on a certain island. He's 12, and he was raised by, I don't know if that's his aunt. I think it's his aunt or whatever, because his father's what's called a hunter,
Okay.
and he basically chose that lifestyle over raising him. So
Oof.
he didn't get raised by them at all. So now the kid wants to become a hunter and find his dad so he can ask him, why'd you choose this over? But
Okay.
in not in a salty way. He seems like excited to do it. There's no bad blood, it seems.
So then he'll find out by the time he gets to him.
Yeah, that's the point of the show.
Okay.
At first glance, he's just the typical shonen protagonist that
Mhm.
I am happy-go-lucky, dumb, and likes to fight.
Yeah, and then I have Super Saiyan 3 powers.
Yeah, he has more like human parts though as the show progresses. That they're not just a fucking idiot; they're actually a person.
Uh-huh.
And at least it makes sense with him to be like that because he's literally 12. So, a lot of characters are fit within like the typical anime archetypes. Like if you're looking at the trailer now,
So there's a
one-
Vegeta, there's a Piccolo, there's a Gohan.
yeah, there's a Sasuke. There's about all of these.
Sasuke.
It was enjoyable. It's entertaining. I mean, I have a negative bias towards shonens, but this was for the most part pretty entertaining.
Is it like good humor at all, or is there any humor at all, or? Oof. No, I'm good. I got
I
the
don't-
answer.
You know how nothing's really funny in Dragon Ball, but there's like moments, kind of.
Okay, yeah. Like Yamcha laying in his yeah.
Yeah. Or Whis going, oh my.
Or,
It's just like
or
that's
anything
cool.
Master Roshi does.
Yeah. It's like that.
Got it.
I have complaints plot wise, but you'd have to watch it because it's all contains
Spoilers?
spoilers.
Gotcha.
And overall, it's pretty entertaining. If you like shonens, I recommend it. You've probably already seen it though. If you don't like shonens, like me, if you hate them, this might not sell you, but you'll probably not hate this one as much as other ones.
I've heard pretty decent things about Hunter x Hunter.
Yeah, like it's entertaining. It's a shonen, but it's less bullshit. So I don't hate him, the main character. His name is Gon. Gon is like Gon, something like that.
Okay.
Out of all the shonen protagonists, not including JoJo, so like Dragon Ball, Naruto, Bleach.
Oof. Giorno
he's the-
Giovanna.
Yeah, not including JoJo because this isn't.
That's
there's
another
no
tier.
competition.
Let's back
But
it up.
compared to if you compare the protagonists, I like him the most out of the ones I named.
Gotcha. Okay. Giorno Giovanna. Oh, then we'll keep it moving then, because I haven't seen that, so I can't put my input on it. Have you seen Hunter x Hunter?
Mm-mm.
All right, so let's keep it moving. You saw, what is this? ReZero? Is that what this is?
Yeah, so another friend of mine is like me with Skullgirls, but for this anime. Um, so I just happen to be. He keeps saying I should watch it, so I ended up watching it with him because he's watched it like 17 times or something. The entire anime. This one's only 26 episodes. There's only one season out. The next season starts in July 8th. I think the first episode comes back. First season. The plot, it's there's apparently a genre of anime called isekai, which basically is the main character gets transported to another world, and that's what happens. This guy's just literally at like a gas station convenience store buying food, and he walks out, and then something teleports him to like an RPG, like a foreign world, and he's
Just
trying to
fucking
figure.
randomly?
Yeah, like he's literally crossing the street, and then like you see in the trailer that you're playing. That's exactly how it happens.
Oh, okay. Well then,
So he's just like, where the fuck am I?
I thought
He's
that was like
apparently a gamer, so he was like excited about it.
how did you see Kelsey, the one you made that we watched that they're in the game?
No Life.
Yeah, is this like No Game No Life where he's like has to like?
I didn't watch No Game No Life, so I don't know.
Oh,
This has different twists. So he goes in there. He's like, what the fuck is this world? He goes into a dark alley, basically. Punks
a
try to
diner?
mug him.
oh shit! So it was a
Basically.
diner.
Some like little like thief walks by, leaves, and then some girl that the thief stole something from comes and helps him, which is, if you're looking at the trailer there, the white-haired girl. He ends up basically head over heels already, and then tries to help her get it back, the whatever was stolen. They track the thief. They go to where they think it is, and they open the door to investigate. They open the door, and you see what looks like a shopkeep on the floor, dead, with just blood everywhere.
Okay.
He goes by himself first. He's like, "Oh, you stay here in case it's not safe." Dead. And then that guy's like, "What the fuck happened?" You hear a voice. You're like, "What?" He gets cut. He's on the floor bleeding out. She comes in. Like, "Oh, what happened?" She gets cut, bleeding out. He basically dies, but then it spawns again, and it's basically like a Groundhog Day anime.
Ah, okay. So he starts from like when he was first teleported in.
They do like checkpoints, so he when he first gets teleported in, he asks this like shopkeep that sells not apples, apples. And like every time, for at least for that part, his checkpoint is right in front of him before he's gonna start talking to him.
He doesn't sell apples. He sells what?
Appas.
APPAS.
Is he from Boston?
No, that's not Boston, so no.
You mean Apple? Yeah, it's Boston. We got it. It
Yeah,
checks
and
out.
then you basically try to figure out why he restarted life, what the fuck's going on, and it's very it has very Groundhog Day detective like parts to it, and I really enjoyed it. It's 26 episodes, so it's short for the first season at least. It's
Javi says that there's a one called Shield Hero that's the same type of genre that he likes. Have you guys seen that?
Isekai was a word yet. No, I haven't seen that at all.
Okay, well let's move on. So do you like
Is
this
that
genre
too-
then, or like since it's
I liked this one. I don't know if I've seen any other isekai. I think I have. I think it's called Gigantu or something like that. Basically a Gundam pilot crash lands into like a different world or a different planet, and he's trying to figure out how the hell to get out. And I liked that one because I like
Max?
mechs. But this one's way better. There's not there's action, but it doesn't center on that. It's more like world
building.
development and character relationships. It starts as like a small cast. Like it's not 700 ninjas like Naruto or whatever. It's like at most it's like 10ish or so characters, maybe 20 that matter.
Okay.
And then you get to learn about them, why they are that way, how they feel about the character, through the multiple Groundhog Day moments. You get to see different perspectives. You know, each time he comes back, he's trying to figure out what the fuck happened. Yeah. I really enjoyed it. I'm looking forward to the second season. It's the first season's short, So there's no excuse as to I'm not gonna sit there for 900 episodes of One Piece. You know, this is just 26 episodes.
Didn't they pass 1,000 already?
Yeah, I don't care.
Yeah, I tried watching One Piece, man. Like the show is really cool, but I just don't
That
want to.
number, that number's daunting. Like it's like 900 episodes. Nah, I'm good, bro.
I don't like pirates. That's why I don't watch it.
All right, so we'll just take 900. So 900 at
20
times
minutes
22 minutes.
or 22. Okay.
So that's 330 hours.
Nah,
So
I'm good.
Almost 14 straight days of watching. If you watched it 24 hours straight, like
Javi says 900 episodes and the art style doesn't get any better. That's unfortunate. All right.
Yeah, I was thoroughly surprised by how much I liked this. I recommend it to anyone because it's short. So it's just if you're not really too big on like if you like anime, so it's just fight that bitch, then you're probably not gonna like this. But if you're fine with like reading and like learning about the world and like the characters and how they like coexist, then I think you would really enjoy this.
Fight that bitch.
Like if you watch My Hero Academia just for the fights, you're probably not gonna like this.
Oof. I'm not going to go into the review, but I'm almost done with this season. Oof. I have shit to talk about when I finish, dude. This is quite the season for that. But that's for next week, probably. Or the week after, I don't know. Anyway, well, I guess we're on a anime section here. Randall.
Are those new headphones, Brian?
What? These aren't new. No.
what's that in left field?
Yeah. What?
Why? Why? What happened?
Hold on, he's looking at his headphones.
I never seen or noticed them, so I just asked.
Oh no. At first, I thought you were asking me if I had like the PS4 or the PS5 one. I heard the new one. So like, what?
So, Randall, tell me about Dorohedoro.
It's really weird. It has to do with sorcerers who live in another world or dimension, and they travel in between worlds by going through a door, and they shoot their they use their abilities like by finger by pointing, and it's usually like through some sort of like black smoke.
Did anybody do this?
No.
Damn it.
How do you not have the finger guns?
Yeah, like that's a.
Okay,
How are
why
there not finger guns?
why are there empanadas with bodies?
So
I don't know.
there's some sorcerers who do weird things to people. Like this one guy, he was changing people into like bugs. You never really find out. At least I think I've only watched 4 episodes so far. So I haven't really found out why he's doing it. But the main 2 people that they follow is I forget their names. Like it's a dude and it's a girl, and the dude has a lizard head, and he's trying to figure out why he looks like that. He kind of like has amnesia, so he can't remember why his head looks like that. So basically, that's what it is so far, is him trying to find out what happened to him, and also why he's immune to magic.
Uh-huh.
So every time he would cross paths with a sorcerer, they would try to do magic on him, and they wouldn't do anything to him. The first episode is just weird because it's like it's literally him and the girl fighting these 2 sorcerers, and one of them, he like has his entire head in his mouth, and inside his head is another person that comes up out of his throat, and he's like, "You're not him." That's what the person inside says. So when he hears him say that's not him, he lets him go, and he's like, "Well, it looks like you're no use to me." So he takes out like a hand knife, and he like cuts him in like 50 different pieces. So that's basically what
Pretty
he's.
much, Brian. It sounds like to enjoy this, you need to be on the cloud 9. What the fuck? I'm looking at this trailer, and then what you're saying to me is like I'm too sober for it.
Gotta hit the ganja.
Yeah, like. So what's the? Is there an an overarching story here for the season, or?
I just told you. It's the guy trying to figure out why because he has a lizard head.
That's when you started to lose me, Randall, because you're talking about a lizard head and then a guy who has a head, and you say he doesn't need the head, and he cuts the head.
No. So it's a guy who has a lizard head. The guy with the lizard head, I'm assuming, used to look human, but he doesn't anymore.
Okay.
He doesn't have the memory as to why his face looks like that now. So basically, it starts out with them trying to find out why he looks like that and who did it to him. Like, they're assuming that it was by a sorcerer because sorcerers can change people's body parts and stuff like that.
Sure.
But they're trying to figure out who is the person responsible for doing this. Well, every time they come across a sorcerer, they inquire, which usually leads to them fighting. Okay. So, and his way of finding out. Now, I don't know if the guy that you're following is doing this on his own or if it's the person inside him telling him to do it. But whenever he comes across somebody, he eventually bites their head to the point where, like, he doesn't bite it off. He just pretty much puts their entire head in his mouth. Mm-hmm. And then you see the view of the person who's inside his mouth.
Yeah.
He's looking at his throat, and then you see like another person come up out of the throat.
Bro, get the fuck out of here with this.
Okay.
So like, it's like the trailer.
I don't understand why this is weird to you as anime.
I get it, but like, what? So this is like Death Stranding, the anime?
No, this is just anime. Anime's always been like this.
All right.
But anyway, so I've only watched 4 episodes, like I said. The action is pretty good. The story is interesting. The characters are funny.
From the trailer here, looks like the animations are on point too.
It's definitely trippy. It's trippy in the sense where I haven't watched stuff like this in a while. But
do you know how many episodes it is?
No, I just I came across it because a friend of mine posted it on Instagram. So I started watching it.
Apparently there are... Oh, that's good thing.
Javi said, I think 12. Yo, what's going on with your camera?
My camera's shitting the bed just in real time. I'm not sure what's happening, so we're just gonna move on and pretend it's not happening. Like, even the frame rate just dropped. I don't know what the fuck's happening.
Javi said, wow, I posted in Discord like 3 times. He also kept mentioning it in Anthony's Twitch chat too.
Yeah.
To watch it.
I just haven't gotten to it. I'm finishing up My Hero, and then I got other shit I gotta watch.
To watch what?
To watch because he told me about this, and I still need to watch Demon Slayer.
Oh.
I've been waiting because I don't know if we're still watching it like as a group or what.
Watching
No
which
idea.
one?
Demon Slayer.
Demon
I heard
Slayer.
it's like really, really good. So once I finish My Hero,
Awesome.
I'm gonna watch that.
I gotta watch the Watchmen movie and the show, and I also want to watch Carol Tuesday. It's the whole first season.
I want to watch Demon Slayer. I need Dr. Stone's supposed to be really awesome. I need to on Tower of God.
Javi says, I'm waiting for Anthony to say get in Discord to watch it. I need to watch that too. That you told me to watch. That was really good. Tower of God. I need to get on that too.
That's awesome. Nick's friend's daughter is an actress in the Watchmen TV show.
Oh, who she? Oh, no spoil. If it's a spoiler, don't tell me. But who does she play?
Do you know who she plays, Jippy?
Because that show was fucking fantastic. I loved it.
How old is she first? I mean, that probably would.
That might tell me who it is. Yeah.
She's just a child
You
actor.
know, I just realized I don't know why I'm taking my headphones off when he's writing in Twitch chat.
Hang on, guys, turn down the music so I can see better.
Yeah. Try and sort it out, dude.
What's going on?
Fuck.
I was waiting for him like. After that, I was waiting for him just to be like clicking on Nick's name and then going timeout in 5, 4. As soon as he sees anything written about it, just times him out so it deletes everything in the chat.
Yeah, I see that. I definitely, if no one's caught that episode, I highly recommend the Watchmen show. It's pretty good.
So she's just a kid actress, probably just an extra.
Maybe because I've seen there's multiple kids in the show, so I don't. Unless she's like the kid of the main family.
Stop saying things.
Okay, no, never mind. Yeah, I think I'm.
Or.
Yeah, I'll just move on. Any other anime we can just get it moving? Oh, Kelsey, he's got 2 on here. I'm gonna go with this one here because I've seen Eden of the East, but it has been so long since I've seen it that I could watch it again and I know what the fuck's happening.
Yeah.
But I know that I
Remember
loved
the
it.
Phones.
Yeah, I know I loved it.
I remember the general plot, and I remember it's up there for my animes. But I
So-
thought you watched it before.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. Go ahead.
Didn't you watch it around the time we watched it?
I thought he did too. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought this was your first time. Okay.
Now I'm pretty sure one of us watched it and said the other one should watch it, and then we watched like it together, so that we could watch it together.
Yeah.
But it was all literally like at the same time.
I like how this does not put the fucking resolution I want, because fuck me, I guess. Fuck, I hate myself. All right, let's see if I can fix this. Go ahead, tell us about Eden of the East while I fix this.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if you. Real quick, Nick says that she plays Emma, a bar.
Okay, main family, yes. Okay, I know who she is.
All right.
That's dope.
Eden of the East. It's a great show. I had Shannon sit down and watch it. She sort of enjoyed it. Like she liked it. She's like, I don't really know what's going on.
Uh-huh.
And I hadn't watched it long enough that I didn't really remember what was going on.
Mm-hmm.
And whatever. But it's a lot of fun. We haven't watched the movies. There's apparently 2 movies out.
Yes.
I think I've seen the first one, but it's been so long I don't really remember it. So we still need to watch the movies. But the show, I just love the show. Like I think it's a great show. One of them that I really enjoy in English, and it has a great cast.
Yes.
I definitely recommend Eden of the East. It's a great show. It's only like 12 episodes and there's 2 movies. It's a lot of fun.
And it's only like 20 minutes each episode. You can run through it, and the movies are really good too.
Yeah.
I didn't see the movies.
Dang, I thought it was
I
back.
saw them.
That was back when I was living in my mom's apartment. That's when we saw it. That's old, bro. That was good
It was
though.
like right after we graduated from college.
Yeah. You know what that reminds me of now, Brian? Remember Dorohedoro?
I didn't watch. I was that the guy with the stupid hair that I kept saying? it?
Yeah, and the girl who had no bot, like you couldn't see her skin, but she rode a motorcycle in that cat outfit. It was so fucking random. And there was a guy who was like a waiter, and he just punches everyone. And that's the one Brian's like, I like that guy.
Yeah, I think I saw bits of you watching it, and then I think, like last year at the end, I almost started watching it, and I saw the first episode, and I don't think I gave a single shit. I don't know why.
And then you also, did I spell that right? Yeah.
Ryan Shampoo.
Yeah, that's what I'm coming up next. When I saw the trailer for this, I'm like, oh, nostalgia, dude. The
Dude, I love
style,
it.
dude, was just.
This is one of the few that I prefer in English over the Japanese.
Yeah.
Like, like I've seen both, and I'm like, no, the English version is way better. The voice actors that they picked for all of the characters are just absolutely perfect.
Spot on.
Mugen is great. He has just the right energy. He reminds me a lot of Black Star from
Hmm.
The Leader with the like.
I'm pretty sure it's Spike Siegel.
Do what?
His name is Steve Bloom.
Samurai Champloo. I think the person who voices Mugen, I think, is the same as Spike Siegel from Cowboy Bebop.
His name is Spiegel too, Anthony.
My bad. I gotta double check though. I'm confirming now.
But he has like the same energy. It like
Yep, I can confirm.
Black Star is like more in your face, but both of them are just like fucking bring it on. Let's do this. I will kick your ass from here to Kingdom Come, regardless of what I have to do.
Yeah.
You know, Mugen's just not nearly as loud up front. He doesn't like, I'm the greatest assassin in the world. You know,
Yeah,
just
he
announce
does.
it.
He lets the blade do the fucking talking. He's like very disciplined, very like.
And then Gene, the guy who plays Gene, just plays the perfect. Everything about him is
Oh,
perfect.
Gene, yeah, I flipped it.
You what?
Well, I thought you were describing Gene.
No, Gene's
I was
the one
about to say Mugen is the one with the mouth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Gene's usually really quiet unless he really has to step up and say something. And usually it's to put down Mugen.
Yeah.
You know?
Facts.
But he just plays the like hermit type samurai guy that just like, I need you to leave me the fuck alone. Don't talk to me unless I'm gonna cut you. And you know, there's one episode where there's 3 or 4 scenes where he literally just goes, just like that's it. Like what kind of a badass is that he literally could? He's talking to what's her name? The
Faye?
girl.
Is it Faye?
Fu?
Fu. It's Fu. Yeah.
I'm the best.
Talking to Fu, and she's like, they like get stopped at a border crossing or something, and then Mugen has to go deliver a severed head, and it like shows him doing something stupid or something happening to him, and then it cuts to them, and they're both tied up, and she's like, "You don't think something, do you?" And that's it. Like
Yeah.
that's his entire line, and that's like 4 or 5 different cuts.
I remember that episode.
But
Man, it's a good show.
Shannon thought it was really funny. She really likes Samurai Champloo. She really enjoys that one.
Has she seen Cowboy Bebop?
I don't think so. But I will definitely have to show her that after this because it's been so long since I've seen it. I don't remember the full series.
Yeah. And
That is not-
maybe I don't know if she'll probably like Cowboy Bebop. Because Cowboy was like a slower world building kind of thing. It's not like this where we're following the narrative with the 3 guys here, or the 2 guys and the girl here.
That is one thing I really like about Samurai Champloo is that it's not like fast paced, but it's not so slow to like introduce things and like get information across that you just like. It's been 6 episodes. We still don't know the guy's name, where he came from. You know, we don't need to know his blood type. Like, just fucking move on already, you know? He's not powering up for 5 episodes.
Those are facts. Like, the pacing's really good from what I remember. And the action sequences, when they come, they're awesome.
Yeah.
I think there's only one filler episode.
Incredible. And I love all the fight scenes.
And new jobbies.
What?
I said and new jobbies.
I don't know. I
The
don't remember.
person who made the music.
Got it.
What did
Rest
he
in
say?
peace.
The people who make
Nujabes.
the music, his new jobbies. Is that what he said?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So yeah, I mean that's a renowned recommendation for people because I don't think we ever reviewed this on here, but yes, watch Samurai Champloo. Oof, where are we? Where the fuck are we here? We got rid of all this.
And I can just finish mine off because I only have one other
Oh,
thing.
and it's Doom. Yeah, we can do that.
No,
Doom Eternal.
Finally beat it on Nightmare. Holy shit, dude.
All right.
I think Randall was up until 2, almost 3 o'clock in the morning with me, watching me trying to get through it.
Uh-huh.
And did you actually see me beat it, Randall, or did you pass out?
I think I passed out right before you killed it. Cause the last thing I remember seeing was him punching you, and I looked up at his health and I was like, if he could just stay alive just a little longer.
And then
You want to know the worst
fine.
part? That's not even the end. Blowing up, that wasn't even the last part. Blowing off all of his armor. You had to kill him again in the next sequence.
because we love multi-stage bosses.
Wait, so what's after you take off all the armor?
You have to destroy the flesh. you literally fight him again the same exact way. You're just in more of an open area, and he's not as aggressive with um with his physical attacks. Like you have a lot more area that you can move around, and some of the things that he does that are different is he'll like set the stage on fire by throwing comets at you or something, and then he also has this like scream where he like yells at you, and this a volley of something comes at you, and if you get hit by it, I'm pretty sure you die instantly. Um, but it took the second part of it wasn't nearly as much of a struggle. But holy shit, dude! Trying to blow off all the armor was just absolutely ridiculous.
When you're
It's not a
fighting,
mouth power.
when you're fighting the flesh part, are they still like regurgitating enemies at you?
Yes.
Jeez, man.
It's to give you a chance to heal up if you do get damaged.
Yeah.
It's a game design thing.
You can get what is it? You can get ammo. You can get health. You can use the chainsaw to refill everything.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it was quite the struggle. There are some things that are just like, it doesn't make any sense. The game lies to you first of all. Those fucking pinkies, the little dragon things that run at you,
Yeah.
you cannot jump over top of them. I have tried. That little video that they show you is bullshit. It's a lie. You cannot get over top of them. I've started playing through it again to like try and practice for doing it on Ultra Nightmare mode. That's gonna take quite a bit of time to like learn. I've already started learning like when certain things spawn, where they spawn, how to like take them out quickly. But I've noticed I'm still getting caught with a lot of what do you call it? Just the random crap, like the little dudes, that just like you don't think of them because they're just the little shits that sit over there and throw things at you, and you try and dodge.
But that damage adds up, and they keep harassing you. So
perfect aim, dude. It's like, oh, they're gonna throw it. They throw it. I dodge. They still hit me. What the hell? I think the two worst enemies though are probably the snake Medusa looking things.
yeah,
Because that one, it literally does curve. When they throw the thing into the ground, whatever the blast is into the ground, it literally, follows you. And the only one worse than that is that little fucker who throws fire at you and summons, that's kind of like a mobile...
the mobile totem thing. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
It because his stuff just defies all logic and reason in the like everything else has like, oh, it hit a wall, it's done. That's what it hit. His is like, here's the wall, here's you. It just goes goodbye. What do you mean goodbye? What just happened here that I'm getting hit behind a goddamn wall with this little fucker? And he takes so long to die. I finally just started using the sword on him because I was so tired of just wasting
A lot of ammo.
Yeah,
It's
because,
him and the
what
big.
it is that
There's like a tall one that has the rockets on their hands. Those have a lot of health too. So if you have, that's what I use my sword on, is the mobile totem guys and those big guys.
the acid guys are really annoying too. The blobs, the fat guys.
Oh, with the green armor.
Yes. So they tell you in the game, use a blood punch to break their armor. But the thing is that you don't stagger. Like when you get close, both sets of them does like some sort of thing into the ground where they like make an explosion around them.
Yep.
Which is fine. I'm okay with that. But the thing is that they were telling you to get close to him and punch them so that you can break their armor and then get away and kill them easier. Well, the blood punch, there's no stagger. It literally is you hit them and they don't just go, oh, my armor's gone. I'm, whatever. They go, oh, I got hit. You're dead. Goodbye. Have fun.
I wonder if that's a nightmare thing, because when I hit him with my stuff, they stagger a bit, and I have enough time to backdash, and then they do the thing.
I don't know. Maybe I just got really unlucky with my timing. Maybe it was like I'm coming in to hit him and he does it right before. I'm not sure, but the whole thing was just...
So I know you. I at first I would get killed because I would hit them and then try to shoot right in front of them. But they'll just, regardless if you're shooting them in the mouth, they'll hit you with that AOE.
Yeah.
So I'd hit them and then backdash right away, and
Yeah.
I'd be fine. But I don't know. So I heard you also fought Marauders on Nightmare.
So, so the first time I fought him, it actually wasn't that bad. I almost killed him just on the first try, and then the second time I fought him, he wouldn't actually charge at me. There was no mid range. Like the game tells you stay mid. You know, get too close, he shoots you with a shotgun. Get too far away, he throws shit at you.
Yep.
Which again seeks you, and he knows exactly where you're going to be, regardless if you dodge or not.
Yep.
Which again is bullshit. But like, so stay in the mid range ground so that he'll actually charge at you. He refused to charge at me. I think he did it once, and then threw shit at me and summoned his goddamn wolf until I died. Okay. And so then the third time, I figured out like how to prep him so that he could do it, and I actually beat him, but I didn't realize that I had staggered him so that I could go and kill him.
Oof.
And I was focusing on the little enemies, turned around and saw him, double dashed over and punched him the split second that he came back from unconscious.
Oh my god.
And then I died.
Because he
Okay.
shotgunned you to next fucking summer.
Yes, and then the fourth time, I'm pretty sure on the fourth try I beat him. After that, like, it was more just trying to figure out, because they tell you to use they show him using the like double-barreled shotgun because it does a lot of damage. It's meant to like take down big enemies, but the thing is that like, yes, it does a bunch of damage, but it has such a wide spread that unless you are like perfectly up against him, it takes a ton of shots to do. And so I figured out that the crossbow thing, if you can get the mid range and then do the it's where you shoot it and it explodes.
Yeah.
It basically kills him in 3 or 4 shots and done.
Oh, that's
And
perfect.
so I'm like, well then let's just do that. So figured out how to kill him pretty easily. He's still a pain in the ass because you can't sword him.
Yep.
You have to face him.
Yep.
You can't use missiles. You can't use. He blocks
Everything.
You have a gun that literally erases time itself.
It's called a big fucking gun.
Yes, the BFG 9000. I shot that at him one time.
Same.
And he goes, "Nope," with the shield, and
Yep.
then it goes, "Boing," and I'm like, "What do you mean, boing? What is? No. It's called the BFG 9000 for a goddamn reason."
Yep.
Okay.
When that happened, I'm like, okay, so they just want me to go first to 10 this guy, no matter what. Like, if the most powerful weapon in the game bounces off his shield, okay, there's no way around this.
Yeah.
I did the same thing. As soon as I got the BFG, I'm like, I'm gonna save an ammo. I saved one. I'm like, the next time I see a Marauder, I'm gonna fucking use it. Sure enough, I did it, and guess what? He's just like, sick 'em, dog. And I'm like, oh,
Actually,
shit.
What I think he did was,
Yeah.
Did you ever try shooting like at it? It does an explosion, right?
Yeah.
so what? It shoots like beams off of it. So
Yeah.
I'm thinking, I was just about ready to say the same thing. I'm thinking that if you like shot it towards him, like in his direction, but not at him,
Mhm.
and it missed, it might hit him from the back and kill him. But
Hey.
I didn't bother trying because I saw that and was in such shock that I just wasted the most powerful thing that I had
Hey,
for nothing.
I tried that.
I'm still speechless. I'm sitting here like,
I tried that.
and it didn't do it.
He's like, and then just walks forward towards you. It doesn't stun him. It doesn't. He just takes a damage maybe, but it doesn't explode him like it does the other people surrounding it. So I don't know if it does do damage. I just know he's just like, sick him, and he throws shit at me like. I don't know. Like that's like my favorite thing to fight is Marauders. So I don't know why. When that comes on and the fucking guitar riffs are going, I'm like, let's fucking go, my guy.
You play neutral, Anthony? Who are you?
You have to. He teaches that enemy teaches you to play neutral. You have to keep a certain distance. Otherwise, he'll send an orb of energy, a dog of energy, or throw like fucking energy swords, is it? Or like something at you.
Yeah, like he just throws energy at you. He shoots you with a shotgun, or he summons the dog.
Yeah, and if you get too close, he just hits you with that biscuit. and boom, he'll hit you with the biscuit that pushes you past mid range, and then boom, dog, and he keeps you away. Like you have to dash like within the air. It's like my favorite my favorite enemy.
I'm so proud of you. Did you dare watch him play Power Rangers, Kelsey? He was zoning me.
Oh, I know. I saw.
The hell?
Because everybody saw what happens when I got close to the fucking ice person. I can't block that stupid fucking ice thing.
My favorite though, I think, was when you were like summoning your special, and Bryant was like, "Achoo, frozen," and you were in the middle of doing your little da-da-da thing, and he was like, "Oh, sorry. Let me just get in there and wreck your shit for the next 6 hours."
Yeah, that's a really powerful move. We're talking about Doom Eternal. So,
So yeah, like there aren't very many enemies that I had like a ton of trouble with. Once I figured out how to fight the arachnotrons, it wasn't too bad. You know, you blow up the little turret they have on their head,
yeah.
and then, you know, it's not too bad. They're still annoying. They take a lot of damage. It takes forever to kill them.
Yep.
The fat guys, as long as you don't get close and you blow off their arms, they're not bad.
That's what I like about it. Is they have like once you start getting into the rhythm, you know what weak points to shoot, what guns to use effectively against those weak points. It becomes like a quick dance with whoever the hell it is, and then you can go just zoom by. Like, I'm assuming once you learn, like you said, you're gonna speed run it on Ultra Nightmare, right?
I'm gonna speed run it. No,
You're gonna
but
speed
I'm
run
gonna
it.
try and
No, you're
finish
gonna.
it.
We're announcing it here on the ADLR podcast. Kelsey's gonna speed run Ultimate Nightmare or Ultra Nightmare. But once you get that groove going, once you learn that, I'm sure it's gonna be one hell of a fucking like playthrough.
Yeah, I mean, I already remember like a whole bunch of things, like where totems spawn. There's a couple places that the totems are just absolute bullshit.
Yes.
It's not like you come in and then things start summoning and then it goes, hey, there's a totem nearby. Sometimes they felt like they didn't even actually tell you there was a totem nearby. Shit was just raging at you and you died. Like that was it. There was nothing you could do.
Yep.
Like there's one room like near the end where I walked into the room and everything was already powered up and I
know what room
I
you're
was just
talking
getting
about.
overwhelmed. Like they attack super fast. They throw things at you super fast.
They're more
do
aggressive.
Damage.
Yeah.
Like you there's no counterplay to it, and I hate that because you can't shoot the thing. You have to go and melee it.
Yeah.
And it's always in a spot where you have to like run and find it or get it or like climb or something to get to it.
There's
it's
one.
never like
There's one. I think when you're still on Earth and everything's covered in like demon guts or whatever, where you're doing platforming to get to it while shit is shooting at you, and I'm like,
yeah, like I don't mind making things difficult, but I hate when there's like zero counterplay to it. You know, you only get 2 dashes, and even with the upgraded dashes, it still takes time for it to cool down. I mean, it's obviously a lot less time, but when if this is the thing's pinky, okay, like it's literally holding out the pinky here, okay, and my shirt like hits the pinky like this, and I can't move forward anymore. That's fucked up, okay? There's no reason for that. Like slide me off something. He's not doing it. He's standing there like this, like, all right, motherfucker, you can't get by. There's no way for you to get by. Ha! You can't get by.
adamantium, bro. It's all over the world. Yeah, you can have a great Ultra Nightmare. That run, you better record it and put it on like your YouTube channel.
I'm gonna stream it. I'm not gonna fucking do it offline. Like I might practice offline for Nightmare, but I'm gonna do the Ultra Nightmare on stream.
Oh, okay.
You know, I'm
Godspeed.
mostly trying to figure out where I need to pick up.
You need to find where the Berserker is. You can empty rooms quickly.
Berserker?
It's the one where your hands go into like one hit kill mode and you one shot everything.
Oh yeah, yeah. So I'm trying to figure out where it is that I actually need to pick up the like power ups.
Yeah.
And then figuring out when and where things spawn and how to kill them best. You know, like there's always a gun that's really good for certain enemies. Trying to figure out which power ups I need, or which upgrades I need for the weapons themselves. because there's like a whole bunch that I never even used because I like when I used them, it just didn't really feel like it did anything more than what I was already.
Doing.
And then the other thing was is I really need to get a lot better about using the chainsaw, using the grenades,
Yes.
and using the flamethrower. Because I don't ever use the flamethrower.
You need that for ammo, bro. Like it comes in handy. I learned that kind of late in the game where like you'll run through like all your shotgun ammo and stuff, and you're like, fuck, you need something. That quick fire, and then you get a bunch of ammo back. Like it's super useful.
Fire gives you armor. Chainsaw gives you ammo.
That's what it was. Sorry, I flipped it. The chainsaw one is what
so
I had to learn to use.
Yeah, so the chainsaw I started using later. You know, like I would like kill a bunch of stuff, find some weak little thing, run it down, and then you pick up everything and do it again, and then maybe burn another gas tank on something small just to refill.
Yep.
But I would just pass all of these gas cans for no reason because I was like, I'm gonna hoard my gas.
Yeah.
I might need this, and I need to make sure that I can use this. And it's like, oh, here's 4 gas cans. Did you need those? No, because I keep fucking forgetting to use this.
Yep. Like those over the shoulder things that are on there and the chainsaw, they come in handy. That's your memory. That's your meter management.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know that I used the flamethrower outside of like a challenge, or accidentally trying to reload my weapons.
No,
you know,
I used it a bunch because I'm trash at it, so I got hit a lot. So as soon as my health started going down because I have no ammo, whatever poor soul was in front of me is getting burned. I'm getting some armor back.
But I think if I could learn to use my grenades more, because I'm pretty sure that would help me a lot more with
Yeah.
What's going on, Bryant?
It's just a fucking Discord call of people who don't use grenades.
No, I used the fragment.
Borderlands too.
I'm talking about this though.
I'm talking about in general.
Oh, okay, yeah. Then I'm on that list.
I mean, I use grenades and everything else. This one, I just forget that it's an option.
Yeah.
You know, because I'm not using a controller, and it's not one of those like in Borderlands, a grenade can make or break your day. Okay, I mean it's
Facts.
You get a really good grenade, it fucking levels everybody.
Facts.
And this, you get a good grenade, it might do some damage to that big fucker who's ripping your asshole open right now. You know.
No, those are facts.
But,
well, there's that. So I forgot to put on. How unprofessional of me. Jesus, I'm sorry. I put it on vibrate. All right. So I guess that's it for Doom Eternal. I'm assuming you recommend this.
Oh yeah, the Doom Eternal is so much fun. Like I remember playing the Doom games like on the 64, and so to like go back and play some of these, you know, it's got the same feel. It's really weird when you start a new playthrough and you don't have the dash anymore.
You feel so slow.
Yes, and then even when you get the dash, you press it twice. Okay, it refilled one. You know, like
It becomes a rhythm. Once you start getting all those movement upgrades, you're flying by. You're all over the place on the map, and it becomes second nature.
that's the first thing I do. Like I hoard all my coins until I can get the dash recharges faster.
Yep. The movement. All right.
Everything in that game.
Facts. Those are Kelsey just dropping facts on Doom Eternal today, bro.
Movement's always key, Jack.
My name's not Jack. All right, so we got through Brian and Kelsey. Randall. You went through some movies, bro. You good, Randall? What you doing, man?
Massaging my head.
Okay. I just wanted to figure out what you were doing. So, you saw Inside Man. Tell me about Inside Man.
Was that the Denzel Washington movie?
Yes, sir.
I feel like I talked about this already.
Nope. We didn't get to it because that was the week of the protest happening, so we took that week off, and then the next week we didn't get to it because we were talking about the protests and stuff, and it took up most of the time.
Well, real quick, it's just basically Denzel Washington, Clive Owen, and what is her name? the lady from the Contact movie.
Jodie Foster.
Jodie Foster.
Okay, because I get her and somebody else mixed in. I forgot who it is.
And Denzel Washington character is a detective who talks to people like in hostage situations. And Clive Owen and his crew are robbing the bank. And Jodie Foster character is like mixed in there with some. I'm not exactly sure what she does. I thought she was like a news reporter, but she's not. She's something else, but she got connects. So she gets involved in it because somebody hired her. So it's like an intense situation because Denzel Washington's character is trying to get the hostages out, obviously, without anyone being killed. And Clive Owen is like really smart. That's
Like he's done this before, kind of thing. Like is he like a veteran bank heister, if that's a word?
They didn't set it up like that. They just it just starts off. It's kind of interesting the way it starts off because it starts off with Clive Owen talking to a camera, confessing to the crime that he's about to commit.
Oh, okay.
And yeah, and that's pretty much it as far as like the plot.
What do you think? Do you like it? It was like a thriller kind of thing.
I wouldn't say thriller. I would say more like intense, kind of stressful. But
That's a thriller, Randall.
huh?
That's a thriller.
I thought thriller had to do with fear.
Nah, I wouldn't consider that. It's just like what you're talking about. It's just like suspense, anxiety, like anxious stuff happening. Like, oh my, it's thrilling. You're like at the edge of your seat. I mean,
Like
correct me if I'm wrong.
Nightcrawler's like a thriller.
Yeah, Nightcrawler's like a slow like a slow building thriller where it's like, oh shit. Especially when he gets to that house, bro. You're like, he's gonna get fucking caught. Did you like it? Were you at the edge of your seat? Or are you having trouble like remembering
I
it?
was just enjoying the performance by the actors. I mean, all three of those guys are really good actors.
I saw Willem Dafoe in this trailer
Actors and actress. William Dafoe. Oh yeah, he has like
Spider-Man!
He has like a small part as a cop.
Gotcha.
I wouldn't say small, but he's not like one of the real major key players.
So he's just a minor supporting actor.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay. So is this like a go watch this? I mean, it's an older movie, but
If you like those actors and actresses, yeah, sure.
they do great stuff. Okay.
It's not award winning in my opinion, but I don't know if it's because the movie's so old, so maybe that's why I feel that way. But I don't really know. It's just it was alright. It wasn't it's nothing to rave about, but it was okay.
Okay.
I can't really say that I wouldn't go out of my way to recommend it to somebody.
Oh, yo, did you see this, bro?
Yeah, I wouldn't do that.
Okay. Well, I mean, we can quickly get into the next one because you're out here on a roll, Randall. What else? Final score.
The heck is that?
You have it on your list. What you mean? What the heck is that? Are you serious, Randall? Or did like
Who's on the cover?
Dave Bautista, James
okay.
Bond, and
Which James Bond?
Pierce Brosnan?
Pierce Brosnan. Yeah.
Good.
So that movie is about Dave Bautista is a war veteran who does what do you call it? He's like a guy for hire.
Mercenary for Hire?
Yeah, mercenary. So he's still in the thick of it, but he just does it on the side. He doesn't actually
He's not a part of a branch of
he
military.
unofficially does it for the government.
Oh.
I think what he does is like one of those situations like if you get caught in said place, we're going to deny.
Yeah, it's a blackout mission.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah. The way it works.
But basically,
we're going dark.
The movie is about him and his brother's daughter He takes her to a soccer game. If you're outside of the United States, it's known as football.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that, actually.
So what ends up happening is these terrorists end up taking over the football stadium. But
Was it Bane?
no.
Oh.
But they do it in such a way where majority of the game or majority of the movie, the people in the stadium don't even know that all this horrific stuff is going on behind the scene.
Like gunfights and stuff? Because this trailer looks like there's like gunfights are happening.
Like the gunfights I didn't see the trailer, but the gunfights that you may have seen might have been towards the end of the movie. That's when things started really getting out of hand.
Heated.
But I would say about 85 to 90% of the movie, the people in the stadium didn't even know what was going on. Now, the people on the outside of the stadium knew because there were some things that happened.
Gotcha. Okay.
Of course, the terrorists, when they got there, they locked down the stadium so you couldn't get in or out. Mm-hmm. And because Dave Bautista's character is, military, he ends up getting involved because his niece is talking to some guy in her school or her age. That's basically he's trying to get some. So he tells her like, "Yo, just ditch your uncle and come meet me at section blah 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 whatever." So he goes to get hot dogs for her and him, and he comes back and she's missing.
Oof.
And then he goes to one of the security people. He's like, "Yeah, my niece is missing. Blah blah blah. Could you
help me out?
Help me find her or whatever? I guess through the cameras or whatever." And he was like, "Well, the only way I can do that is if I have the guys at the top. I forget what it's called, but basically the guys who monitor.
Yeah.
Who have control over security, like the head honcho who has control over security.
head of surveillance.
Yeah.
Or some shit.
Scorpion people.
So he takes them up there, and then that's when everything breaks loose because then they find out that the people who were supposed to be working there have been replaced by the terrorist guys. Mm-hmm. And you know what happens when someone's been replaced. Mm-hmm. So the first initial attack happens when they enter the elevator with this person and the fight ensues, and at that point that's when
shit starts.
Yeah, it starts escalating as the movie progresses.
Does it take long to get there? Or is that like the first 10 minutes?
After that first elevator scene, it's just a steady climb.
Okay, so it's through and through an action flick. Did you like it or?
Yeah, it was good. It was
If you had is it Jason Bourne levels of fighting?
No,
or is it like,
no. Jason Bourne is like
CQC and stuff. That's what I was asking.
There's CQC, but Jason Bourne is on a whole other level.
Okay, I'm just trying to gauge the type of action we got here. So, what other movie would you put in comparison then? Because I'm seeing a lot of crazy stuff in this trailer. That's why I'm asking.
It's nothing crazy.
I just saw he just in the motorcycle grabs a fire extinguisher while he was speeding through and hits a guy off another motorcycle.
He said there's nothing crazy.
Randall just came from the Fast and the Furious family or some shit. Like, what do you mean nothing crazy's happening?
How many times have you seen that in movies? How many times in your movie career history?
I don't have a career in movies.
In your movie career history, since I gotta be like completely accurate when talking to you.
You're absolutely right.
How long in your career of watching movies have you seen a guy on a vehicle hit another guy as he's driving by? Tons of times.
Not a lot in the stadium.
The location means nothing. It's irrelevant.
Okay, my fault.
Location is everything, dude. It has to be perfect.
Ask your realtor.
Anyway, yeah, nothing as far as action. Nothing is too over the top. That it basically is nothing I haven't seen before. Is what I'm saying.
Okay. This is like a popcorn flick. Got some nice action in it. Batista's out here just flexing on kids. Does he have like those funny lines like he's been like?
It's not Stuber.
Okay. Yeah, I was gonna ask, is it better than Stuber?
It's not
But what does that mean? It's not stupid. Like it's not as funny. It's not
It's
as good.
nowhere. It's not funny at all.
Okay.
It's a
More
serious
of an
movie.
actual serious role.
Yeah.
Stuber was funny, but it was really dumb.
Like I'd rather have. I think that's where he excels. Like if he's too seriousness, I'm not gonna be able to take him seriously.
It's all serious.
Do you
But
think
there's
it's
a difference
easier to
between
be?
like being in a funny movie and being in a really stupid movie. And Stuber was really stupid.
It's because
Because
he's Drax. Like that's where he excels at. That comedy, he nailed it.
That Stuber is not that kind.
I know that. But like I haven't seen him in like super serious role where I'm like he can do that. You know?
You saw Spectre, didn't you?
Yeah. He didn't say much. He didn't do much. He
He
fought.
said those stupid nails.
That's not a. To me, that serious role is like you're a villain, like a main villain, and you have like motive, good motive, great like. There's more to you.
He had.
He was a henchman.
No, he was not. You must be forgetting.
Okay.
He had a huge role in Spectre.
Okay, then I'm forgetting, I guess, because
So he killed the guy at the meeting,
Yeah.
right? And then in the rest of the movie, he was chasing Bond.
then I'm remembering everything. Then
So I don't understand.
what else can you tell me about him besides he killed people?
No, you said he had a small role. He was
That's a small role to me. That's a henchman. All he did was kill people. He
Okay.
like an arc. Randall, you can tell me what Joel did in his life, right? From Last of Us. That's a huge role. Playing Joel. I'm just rhyming out here, Randall. Just getting ready for Friday.
Okay.
Do you highly recommend this movie?
No.
Oof. At least one watch?
Sure.
Not
I
even like
guess.
as a
Not even like
bored on Saturday and don't have anything to do. Or
That's what I'm saying, like a
don't really
popcorn,
watch anything.
like a popcorn flick.
If you want to see a movie with Batista in it, yeah.
Okay, that was
Do you
nice.
feel like it's easier to be a villain if you're bald?
Yeah, I
Why?
can't wait to get bald. I'm gonna play all
What
the
does
villains.
ball have to do with being a villain?
That means you're so angry at all times you melted your
That's
hair
why
off.
I'm asking you. Do you feel like if a bald man's a villain, it's more believable? It's easier to see them as a villain?
No.
Yeah, Randall,
Look
it
at,
is.
look at Lex Luthor, Dr. Freeze.
I don't think it's the haircut. I think I'm not going to say that it doesn't contribute
Hey, Randall,
to the overall
Well,
presentation.
that's what I'm asking you. Is it easier if you're bald to see them as a villain?
Not for me.
Randall, watch the last.
Because there are a lot of guys who are bald that are not villains.
I need you to watch the last 1 or 2 seasons of Breaking Bad and tell me the baldness didn't help.
Not really. It just contributes to his age.
I'm just letting you know, Randall. All right, there's a pattern here. Okay.
I mean, does Professor X look like a villain to you?
Yeah, he can get into my
was at one
mind.
point.
He can see all the nasty thoughts I'm thinking. That's bad. Villains shouldn't be. You shouldn't be able to do that. All the porn that I've been watching, he can just see it. I don't want him to see it.
I think, in my opinion, as far as character design, I think the baldness contributes to making a character appear more edgy. Which, I mean, villains are edgy.
So can Scars.
I didn't hear what you said. What?
So can scars.
Yeah.
Scars.
Any-
Okay. I got
Any
it.
sort
Sorry.
of like facial difference. Because like most people have hair. Villains generally tend to have like some sort of scar across the face or on their body, no hair, or maybe it's only like a beard. You know.
Mm-hmm.
Like, look at McClane. I forget is it John?
John McCain? McClane?
John
McClane.
John McClane?
McClane? Yeah. From
Die
Die
Hard.
Hard. He was bald.
He's basically bald,
But he didn't start off bald.
but he also has like that. He has a little bit.
Yeah, he had hair.
Well,
Okay.
I don't mean that if you're bald you're a villain. I'm just
Are
saying
you
if a
sure? I
villain,
thought he was completely bald.
In the first one,
No,
had
he
hair.
actually had some hair up here.
first one he had hair.
That was like his look for a long time. Fifth Element, all the diehards.
Facts.
I think even in Red, he had some hair.
No, I
and,
think
like,
Red
after
he went
that-
bald.
Was it that? Was it
I think
Red?
Red
Like,
was-
I
Red, he
think
was
like,
bald.
when he really started just shaving it all, because there wasn't enough left there to do anything with.
Oh, you just reminded me of Looper for no reason.
What were you saying, Brian?
A big ass gun.
I'm not saying that like if you're bald you're a villain. It's just a question I thought about looking at that trailer. I saw a bald guy. I can probably assume that was a villain. So I was just wondering if you think being if someone if you were to cast basically the same, let's say we're in Looper World and there's two of you the same person. Do you think because that same person, same talent, because he was bald, it'd be easier for him to get the role
No.
as a villain?
To answer that question, no.
I
don't
think
so.
I think it's a little more than the baldness. I think it's the if we're just talking about appearance only, I think it's a lot more to do with your face and the silhouette that you create is what makes you intimidating.
Here's Johnny.
Like you look at the Joker, right? He's skinny, but the way he stands, even the way they draw him in animations, he has a very like sinister silhouette. Like it's like all this.
He's hunched forward and he's
it's really creepy.
He has the what's the director's name? He did Here's John Shining.
Kubrick?
Jack Nicholson.
Is it Kubrick? Yeah, he tells people to do that, to lean forward with your forehead like this, look upward to give like a sinister look, and Joker does that.
Speaking of Joker, I don't know if it was just boss logic, but they're still trying to figure out if they put Joker in the new Batman, who would fit it. And seeing Willem Dafoe with the makeup on, like edited, and his smile, like, to be honest with you, I wouldn't be mad.
I wouldn't be mad.
Yeah.
I said that before Joaquin Phoenix
Was picked.
I said that Willem Dafoe I thought would be a great Joker because he has the body type, he has the extreme facial expressions.
Oh, I've seen
and
him.
He actually in some of his movies, his voice, not the laughter because I've never heard him sing. I've never heard him laugh like the Joker, but Joker does like this undertone, deep voice that he does even in the cartoons that I've heard Willem Dafoe do, and it sounds like
almost the same. Yeah.
It's almost exactly the same.
Maybe because he might be just aging out of the role, unless they do like a Dark Knight Returns kind of thing, and he can play an older Joker. That would probably be good.
I think Mark Hamill could still. His voice, first of all, is like the Joker for me because I grew up watching, the animated series. But I think he's getting to that point where I think he could physically look like an older version of the Joker and pull it off.
You think so? Because he has like a more round face, where most of the guys have like their slenderness. Like,
I know the Joker's always been that like very like triangular jawed, slim, whatever. But I still think he would. I think he would do it justice because he played the Joker for so long.
Well, I'm not gonna see him. If I saw him live action in that getup and then I heard his voice, he's deleted and now the animated series is placed on there like a bad Photoshop, and I'm gonna be like, yes, give me more. Like he is definitely like Kevin Conroy's my Batman. He's my Joker. Like that's Robin. Like there's no switching Conroy.
99 bets.
Yeah, like it's passion behind those voices there, dude. Feel me? Randall's already in Gotham right now. Look at him.
No, I'm just. You guys started talking about Batman, and then it just made me upset about.
Oh, you want to talk about it?
It's not really to talk about. It's just.
Oh, there's clearly something to talk about. It made you upset.
Yeah, he had. If you don't mind me telling them what it is. Well, he has an issue with what's his name?
Pattinson.
Robert Pattinson deciding not to work out and be bulky like Bruce Wayne or like the Batman we know is typically like.
Okay, so I just want to clarify that
George Clooney did the same thing, so I don't.
I'm not even saying that he has to be bulky, even though to me that's ideal.
Okay.
Right? I'm just saying, just hit the gym, work out like they're telling you to do. They're telling you to do this for a reason. Okay?
Right.
I understand he's trying to like make a statement with body shaming. I forget how he explained it, but like something to do with actors in Hollywood and all that stuff like that. Obviously, I don't know all the details, and the intricacies that go on behind the scenes when it comes to actors and body shaming and stuff like that in Hollywood. I don't know that stuff. Okay, granted. But here's what I'm thinking as a person on the outside looking in. You signed up to be Bruce Wayne, a.k.a. Batman. This is what this character represents. Batman is described as a human being who is in peak condition. He is like at the top. Like you can't get no higher than that.
Always on top.
And you're going to take on this role and say, I'm not going to work out. Like you're in my opinion, there might be people who might feel strongly differently.
Yeah.
But in my opinion, I feel like you're sacrificing the integrity of the character because this character is designed a certain way. I'm not saying he got to get big like Ben Affleck because through the comic book series, there have been different interpretations of Batman.
Yeah.
But each one still is describing Batman as peak physical condition.
Yep.
You can't be walking in there looking like emo, like you've never been to the gym. Like that's not going. Who is going to be intimidated by that?
I mean, he's still in a bat suit. That's pretty intimidating.
I don't know. That's just my little 2 cents about it.
What do you guys think?
I don't necessarily think he has to be like huge,
Right.
but I think he should be fit.
To fit the role, or is it because?
in shape.
Okay. What is in
Batman
shape
never
to you
finds
guys
that.
then? I guess like what?
Like it should at least look like when you look at him, you should be like, oh, he probably goes to the gym. I'm not saying when you look at him, you be like, man, this dude probably lives in the gym. I'm not saying he has to look like that. I'm saying when you look at him, you should at least think twice about attacking him because just by his physical stature, you're like,
He might know some shit.
This ain't gonna be no easy task. No.
So
I still think Ben Affleck was probably going to be the best of both worlds, both Bruce and Batman. The only thing I didn't like is the voice modulation bullshit. But besides that, I think he's probably the best, at least in live action.
What do you guys consider
me, at least.
fit then? You guys say you guys say he doesn't have to be swole. So what do you guys consider fit then for this Batman?
I'm picturing Henry Cavill a little less than him, and that's fine.
That's pretty good. Okay.
I'd agree with that.
Oh, okay.
I mean, like, I think if he was just like defined, I guess. Like you
Like
see people
lean?
that, yeah, like he could be leanish, but has like what is it? Where he's cut.
Yeah, he has like
You know,
low
where,
body
like,
fat
you
percentage.
can see the muscles.
Yeah.
You can see that he's like been working out, that kind of stuff. Because you don't have to be, you know, a
Cavill.
bodybuilder.
Yeah.
Like Lou Ferrigno, they stopped using people for bodybuilders after Lou Ferrigno because they found out that it was way better and cheaper just to have the guy get jacked for the role than it was to hire a bodybuilder. You know?
Yeah. I don't know. I'm on like I was on the indifferent, like just give me a good Batman because DC's in a place where that's the least of the worries for me.
But I hear you on that, but how can you again, this is just my opinion.
No, it's
how
fine.
can you sell
Batman to us like that?
Yeah. Like I understand that a large majority of Batman is the detective stuff. In the mental
strength.
And all that stuff like that, like the psychology behind it. I get that. That's a huge part of Batman that still has not been given, I think, the right amount of justice in movies because they still don't like really harbor on his detective skills. They kind of touched on it a little bit when what's his name?
Nolan?
The guy Christian Bell's Batman.
Yeah.
But it seemed like it was when they show his detective skills, it was more like him using technology, which he does, but Batman is usually a little more like it's usually more coming from his head, at least in the comic books.
Right.
It's way more hands-on. But
Yeah, exactly.
Like all of the newer movies, especially, they're like, so I found this thing at the crime scene. I'm gonna run it through the database.
Yeah.
And then it just spits out shit and he knows what to do.
Like pretty much what everybody else can do if they had access to this technology. Oh, I'll just run it through and do a scan and recreate it in 3D. And, oh, there's the fingerprint. I got it. I'm the world's greatest detective. Nah, that's not how Batman works. But whatever. But I get what you're saying. As long as the acting is good.
Yeah, like at least if that Batman, I'm like, okay, I get it. This is a legit Batman.
For me,
it's just we've gotten to the point where now everyone's hyped for a film Justice League to be redone. Fam, no, let it be. Like we need this Batman. Now we're not gonna go see Ben Affleck in Snyder Cut. That's not gonna change anything because he's not doing another one. So why are we wasting time with that? That's first off. Then now we have this Batman coming out, giving us a whole different take. I'm okay with that. They did that with Joker. Granted, I had my gripes with it, but that was a good movie. It was a great movie about a man's psychology. It was a good movie. It just that's not my Joker. That makes sense.
I feel like they've been trying different things since Ben Affleck tried to take over. Like I really didn't care for him being, because like he made it. He changed the way that like Bruce kind of thinks and works and does things for that, especially like Batman vs Superman. And then I really just don't care for him as the actor for that at all. I don't really feel like he plays that persona very well.
Well, the problem I had with Ben Affleck being Bruce Wayne and Batman in some cases was because, in my opinion, I felt like Batman didn't seem like he was in control of a lot of situations. Like he always sounded like he was the underdog, like he wasn't aware, and that's not Batman. Batman is always on top of everything, even if he is physically the underdog.
He's got a plan.
Mentally,
yeah, he's got plans.
He's the top dog. He's at least somewhere up there, you know. And the conversations he would have with people, or the way he would handle situations in like Batman v Superman, I'm like,
why is he playing catch up?
Yeah, now he was playing catch up, and he's like desperate and acting weird. Like,
yeah,
I feel like the writing is what led Ben Affleck Batman down. I think he fits what I was looking for a Batman.
Physical fit,
but
and even the demeanor.
The way they wrote him was just like dog shit.
I thought he was part of that writing.
No, he was writing his own Batman movie.
Yeah,
and
he was
they
doing
booted him out.
Yeah, he was doing a separate Batman movie,
which is this one.
That was the reason why he stopped being Batman, because he had a vision that they didn't agree with. So he's like, I'm not going to do something trash, so I'm out.
Gotcha.
Because he has writing chops and directing chops. He won an Oscar for him. Like he can get a movie out there. It's just I'm sure it was creative differences, and he was like, I'm out.
It's funny to me that in terms of the key Marvel characters, like they're not really the Avengers, but like the mainstay names in Marvel for the most part. Each time, even though they recasted Spider-Man, for the most part, the big names they landed. Who is that person? And it seems like DC only has a Wonder Woman.
Aquaman.
I like him as Superman. I like Cavill as Superman.
I forgot he was. Okay, so
Cavill does a good job.
When I look at him, I do see Superman. I'm not gonna watch the movie, but I will say when I look at him, I see Superman. But they don't have a Batman. Aquaman was fun, but I'm not like that when I see Aquaman, it's him.
I thought Barry Allen's was okay. I didn't watch the show, but some people are saying like the one in the CW show is a better fit. But I haven't seen the CW show.
I can see that. I just don't know how he would do in movies.
Yeah, same. Like I haven't seen him in the TV shows.
I watched the TV show and it was pretty good, but it's I don't know. I guess it's like a different playing field when you're doing a movie.
Maybe. I'm not an actor yet.
FX has those.
Call me up, Marvel. I can be MODOK.
I don't understand why DC is struggling so bad, man.
It's just
they to copy Marvel instead of doing their own thing.
Yeah, they're playing catch up.
It makes no sense to me because their cartoon movies do really good.
That's a different team, bro. Speaking, Randall, thank you for
but I mean, but why wouldn't you? Dude. But why wouldn't you get those guys to help these guys?
They tried that. That's why they hired Jeff Johns as now the lead for the movie department. He's now Jeff Johns, the writer of the comics. He's in a higher position now to say things for the movies. I don't know which movies it's an effect in, but like they got higher ups now. He got some of the comic writers up there, so they're making moves, but
Making all the wrong.
But I like that you mentioned the DC animated movies, Randall, because we have one to talk about right now.
Talk about it.
Yeah, Justice League Dark, Apokolips War. So,
are we still the only two people who've seen it?
Yeah, Brian was gonna watch it over this weekend, but he got caught up in other stuff. And Kelsey, I don't even remember if he said he was.
I don't remember this being mentioned at all.
Gotcha. I think this is a sequel to Justice League Dark, the first one, that came out maybe a year or two ago. Follows Constantine, the first one anyway, and this is a sequel to that. Superman gets intel that Darkseid is coming up with a plan to just invade Earth and destroy it. So Superman said, let's beat him to the punch and just fly over there and beat his ass on his planet. With the only plan being, let's go kick his ass. He grabs, 12, 18 of the Justice League members and flies over there.
I can't believe Batman went along with that.
Yeah, we'll get to the gripes in a sec, because there's some stuff where I'm like, what's happening? It doesn't go their way. There's...
that's Damian.
Yeah, Damian's in this.
Continue.
Doesn't go their way, and Earth gets taken over for about 2 years, and then now it's a quest to see if they can regain Earth. And I don't want to spoil it from there because this shit starts happening. We might spoil some stuff, but we'll see. Because there's some I don't even know if E-Man's in the chat or not, but I need answers. I don't read a lot of DC comics, but there's some characters here I'm like, this doesn't line up from what I know. First, Randall brought it up. Batman. So this plan on Superman just running in there, why didn't Batman say, no, we don't have enough information? When do you know Batman just running into a situation where we're going to go attack a planet without any, attack fucking plans? Second, this might be a spoiler. When regaining the Earth, they recruit the help of Swamp Thing. Is that who it is?
Mm-hmm. Looks like it.
Now, before I continue, does Swamp Thing not have feeling or a sense of when the Earth is being destroyed?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So here we go. Let's begin.
I feel like that part of the movie, somebody was like, oh, yeah, that's right. By then, the movie was already done, 90%.
Yeah, and they're like, oh, let's put him in the movie. When they go to recruit him, it's to destroy a drill that's drilling into the planet.
What?
Near the end of the movie, and it's been on Earth for 2 years. So if you can sense when shit's happening to the planet you have senses for, why did Constantine have to tell you, hey, that thing's doing damage to you? And then he fucking one-shots it. Again, there's stuff I have questions of. I don't know how any of this works.
Jamie says the drill were more recent, not 2 years worth of drilling.
Oh, okay.
That's what he thinks.
I mean, he's still.
Yeah, as soon as it touched down.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. As soon as it hit the ground, it was 3 of them. He wouldn't have known. It was Constantine going, hey, dude, look. And he's like, oh, shit, you're right. And then kills it. Oh, okay. Way to move the plot along. That, I don't know. That was weird. The Shonen Jump thing of now fucking Darkseid has an army of Supermen, and it took them that long to get through fucking Lois Lane with a gun. Yeah, it gets weird. Yeah, yo.
So you know the parademons, right?
Superman.
No. It's parademons with Darkseid's blood infused in them.
Okay.
So that makes them like Supermen.
Yeah.
So the only thing that can hurt them is kryptonite weapons.
Yeah.
Granted, they had those weapons, but there were far more parademons than there were of those people defending.
So it wasn't like she was out there with just like a fucking revolver, just like pow,
No,
taking them out.
no, it was. I wish, because then I could say something about my revolver or some shit, but it wasn't.
That makes me think about how were they able to survive that so long, but the dudes with the powers was getting ripped,
Literally ripped apart. Like this is really like I commend them for actually showing a bunch of like gore and stuff in this, because this is really dark. I would imagine so. People get like superheroes getting ripped apart as soon as they touch down on that planet, and these guys are like, "We're good, dude. We can hold them off." I'm like, what? But again, those are just like me nitpicking weird like plot. I don't know if it's plot holes or whatever, but those are stuff that I'm like, okay, if there's that many parademons, like they shouldn't have had a chance to begin with. There was an arc with it's not Rogue. I keep saying Rogue from X-Men. What's her name? Raven. Which was okay. It was her facing like her father again. Which ended up with a decent fight near the end. The biggest complaint for me was that first part of them just rushing in like crazy idiots. If they would have took the time to make it like an actual plan and then it failed, similar to like part 1 and part 2 of Infinity War, that one I think would have benefited this story, because we saw all the fucking harsh shit happen right up front, and then bam, we're back. We fast forward to like Endgame after the depressing part, near the beginning where everyone was trying to like pick up themselves and stuff. Like we skipped all that and we're like, oh, let's go. We got to round up the team, and it's like we just did that and y'all fucked up. So now we're gonna do it again with less powerful people.
I just saw Nightwing in the trailer, so.
Anyway,
I'm assuming he gets fucking bodied in the first by your reaction, so that's pretty good.
Body is putting it nicely.
oh my god. So, and then another good part about this is it sets up the next movie, which I'm super excited for, because it's a chance to see. I don't even want to spoil that, actually, to be honest, but
I mean, you told me Nightwing already. Why not?
okay, well, fucking spoilers.
asshole.
I'll give you guys like 5 seconds.
Okay, before you spoil it, would you recommend watching this movie?
Oh my god.
It's a cautious yes, because I really like the first Justice League Dark with this, and this leads up to it, and then this is going to lead to the thing I'm going to spoil.
Okay, I'm gonna
Yeah.
just wave at me then.
Got it. All right.
Jared can that.
Okay, fine. This sets up. So shit, Brian, you say you don't give a fuck about the ending.
You guys already told me something I didn't want to know.
Too many people die. People get fused with metal. Like, no one's the same. But Constantine knows that Flash can reset this. So, the movie ends with him starting another paradox. Another flashpoint. And then the credits roll. So, they're working on another flashpoint. I'm excited because now we can get to see another timeline. Maybe we get to see another version of Batman. Maybe his mom becomes or some weird shit where he's killing, or whatever the case is, or Aquaman is having a civil war. Like, we can get to see an alternate universe.
This isn't tied to the original Flashpoint movie, is it?
It's after. This movie takes place after the original Flashpoint. That's why Constantine knows about the Flashpoint.
Oh, okay. Damn.
So he tells him, we can reset this.
Because there's a timeline where his mom is Joker. Batman's mom is Joker.
They might incorporate in this movie. So like when that happened and it ends, I'm like, oh shit, I'm down. Like I had to get through this movie to get to this point, but like I'm glad because now we get to see the Flashpoint. They get reset it and how they reset it, and what are the like the consequences of resetting it this time. You know. And that's that. Oh, he left, so I can't wave him back in. But yeah, I mean, it was fine. Like, I had like those consistency things with the characters where I'm like, I don't know much about all these characters, but it seemed off, like the Swamp Thing, the Batman just doing his own thing, and then near the end, there's like the Bat family's still alive, kicking it and just helping out, and I'm like, where were these? Where what? People were just coming in as like quick cameos, and I'm like, well, like if we had like more time, this would have been a good series or something. I don't know. I wanted more. Is all. A lot of it was really quick.
I mean, you want more. And you like
Injustice,
dark DC
you know what I'm saying?
stuff.
Oof, Injustice year 2 to 3, and then go to Injustice 2 year 1 through 5. Anyway, that's it. On Dark, like, do you have anything else to add, Randall? Because we had some gripes.
Brian's gonna like what happens to Superman.
Oh yeah, if you want to see Superman suffer for a bit,
I'm torn now.
but it's one of those he suffers for a bit, but
Plot armor gets him out of it.
yeah,
No, I'm not watching
No.
yeah. By the end of the movie, he's out of it. He's back.
But I don't think it's plot armor because he still doesn't beat Darkseid.
That don't mean nothing. He ain't dead, Randall. Like if he's not dead, Brian's not gonna be happy.
But that's the whole. Oh, okay.
like so.
I watched.
What was
Superman-
worse than death, Brian?
I stayed up all night to watch Superman Doomsday because they said Superman dies. I was like, you know what? Let's get it. He came back and beat Doomsday. Can you explain to me how he? That was.
He was like, I'm done.
Yeah.
There's pain, like he suffers through it, but it's like
Is he deceased though? That's the main thing I want.
There's something that's worse than death.
oh, you know what I thought was gonna happen too in this when it happened in real life. I'm like, they're gonna introduce an Injustice movie.
Shut the hell up.
I thought they were because Lois dies. So I'm like, is he gonna like finally break and go into? Then we start getting Injustice, and no, that didn't happen. I'm like, fuck.
Well, I mean, in Injustice, it was
It was Joker.
her dying. It was her dying that led to Metropolis being nuked at the same time.
But I thought like that would lead. I'm like, oh shit, he saw her die and then move on. But I don't know. So yeah, definitely
That'd
spoilers.
be great. You have to.
The stuff
me
that
agree.
Darkseid was doing to people, man, was
Diabolical.
Bitches.
it was horrible, man.
There was a scene where he walked with his hands like this, and I'm like, yo, but if Brian watches, he would have said bitches right here. Oh, he did the Green Lanterns out on OA. That's a crazy scene.
Oh,
Oh, I thought it was OA. You're good.
I don't know.
And what
He's good.
what
No,
he-
we're good. We're good. We don't need more. He's back. We don't want to spoil it because he's gonna watch it. We're good. He came in like right at the right time.
I can take my headphones back off. You guys will
Is it
talk
quick
about
or is it?
Do it. Do it for. I have one question. Just
Got
do it, and then I'll wait for you. Does Damien survive?
yeah.
He's actually really strong.
No, I'm not watching this. So.
Okay.
Damien is different than what you remember. Because of the turn of
happened,
events
yeah.
that happened, he's like a totally different person.
He's not like the whining child bullshit.
Yeah.
Like he becomes like the serious thing Bruce wanted him to be.
And it's actually a good relationship between him and Bruce in the movie. Like it's pretty touching.
Like it has some good moments. It's just there's some questions I had. That's all. And now that it leads to Flashpoint, I was like, let's go.
Like he said he doesn't care, right, about being told stuff.
For this movie, no. He said
So
he's-
like,
I mean, if you
like,
told
there's a
me
part in the
Nightwing gets
movie.
fucking destroyed, then I don't care anymore.
yeah, he gets
So like
fucking ripped apart.
Damien actually like sacrifices himself to save Batman. As far
to
as
the point where we thought he died,
yeah,
which I don't know how he didn't, which was another
I
question.
think he
had.
was going to die if it wasn't for what's her name,
Raven, I think. I keep
If it wasn't
thinking
for
Rogue.
Raven, I think he was going to die. Nightwing. If you watch it, I'll just let you do it.
Yeah, you can deal.
I'll
with
let
that
you deal with
loss.
that
Yeah.
on your own. He doesn't die. He doesn't die. I'll tell you that much. But like I said, there are things that are worse than death.
I'm just gonna say because I just recently watched parts of JoJo with a friend of mine, and I saw Kakyoin. So
Oof. Green
I don't
fist,
need
fang,
multiple
boom,
things
bro.
in
Yeah,
there.
you don't want that. Giorno Giovanna. All right, you're good, dude. I don't know if you can see us, homie. Whoop. Let's dance with him. Dance with him. Dance break. Hey, let's get it. He ain't looking at the screen. Let's dance with him. Dance with him. All right, he's good. My other listeners are like, what the fuck's happening right now?
I was reading something, and all of a sudden there's something that just starts flashing out of my the corner of my eye, and looked over. You guys are like, ah!
Yeah. We're just having a dance
Darth
party.
Vader dies.
Okay, so we're already at 2.5 hours here, so I'm gonna get through.
There you go. Because Anthony was like, let me binge 2020
Everything.
in a nutshell.
Oh, I'm gonna go. This is gonna be quick then, because Randall already reviewed this. I'm here to confirm. The Mandalorian.
Sucks, right?
Bro, I fucking loved it. Yo, like, oof. I want to be a Mandalorian now. I want to make my own armor. I want to get all those like the armors they put on. There's a point where he is swagged out in chrome, and I'm like, I need every piece of that. Oh
if you
my
don't give a
god!
shit about the movies, you think that would affect this?
You don't need, fam. All you need to know is what's happening in this season. That's it. You don't have to know. I think you can go in here without watching a single Star Wars and be fine. You feel me? I think that's safe to say, right? Because like they explain the Mandalorian's culture. The child
I still
is
can't
kind
get past the part that he said he didn't care about the other movies. I'm just trying to like.
He's still trying to get past that.
Trying to process that part.
The only one I genuinely care about is Rogue One. Everything else is just something to watch to me.
Hold on, I gotta put this
I
trailer
like the
up.
characters, but I mean, I don't know.
Brian has just devastated everything in Randall's life.
Yeah, he's looking around like, what's the meaning anymore?
If there was ever a way, like in you know how like in Death Note, if you write somebody's name, it can kill them or
Yeah.
it kills them.
Mm-hmm.
If there's a way like to like kill people by just destroying things that they love through verbiage,
Yeah.
I probably would have just died just
You
now.
don't even need to do that because Mass Effect got killed with Andromeda. Skullgirl's never getting a sequel. Mega Man's garbage now. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do?
She took everything.
Marvel?
At least
When's
they,
the next Marvel?
At least they fixed the ending to Mass Effect 3, right?
Yeah, they did.
Yeah.
That they fixed. And God forbid we ever see a good Sagat anymore, so. Anyway. So The Mandalorian. Randall watched it like late last year, right? That's when it came out?
Yeah,
Or I don't know when.
it came out before a little while before that Abomination came out.
Oh, before. Bro, this is like, yeah. After watching that and then now watching this, I'm like, oh my god, thank God I watched it in this order. Because Randall still probably has the bad taste of episode 9 in his mouth. That was washed away. I don't give a shit about that movie. This is dope. Mandalorian, like, one, it's like a. It doesn't have like a throughput, like a one story, like, oh, he needs to get this done, right? He's a bounty hunter. And he come across this job that he happens to run into that child. He grows an attachment to the child. Now he was defending it, and there's people after him. The Empire's after. No, it's not Empire now. It's probably the New Order, right? Because it takes place between 6 and 7, or episode 6 and episode 7, right?
Yeah, I don't think these guys have changed into the New Order yet.
Well, this is like in between.
Yeah.
So now they're after him. So now he's in hiding, and it's basically him traveling to different planets, trying to stay low while getting into adventures with the kid. So, and you start meeting different characters that are pretty dope. I didn't think there was going to be losses in this fucking show, and there's losses, and it's like, oh, fuck, and it hits you. This has a complete package. There's funny moments, there's some great dramatic moments. The shots are great in this. Like, there's some obvious CGI work that's like, that's clearly CGI, but again, you can look past that. The costume set is fantastic. Dialogue's pretty funny. The Mandalorian says, like, the things he says, it's worth listening to. It's not like gibberish shit that he just says. Fight scenes are pretty dope. The gunfights are really cool too. They decided, hey, we need a villain and a villain's face. Who can we get? Wasn't that guy from Breaking Bad really good? All right, we're gonna use him.
I was gonna ask if I just saw Gus.
Gus is in this, so I'm like, yo, they're making all the right choices. So this first season is I'm looking forward to the next season. This was dope. Like, I went to go see if I could buy the season on Google Play, and it's like, nope, you can only watch it on Disney Plus. And I'm like, oh, okay, thanks. That IG robot, fucking awesome. Like, if you guys haven't seen the show, man, like, I highly recommend it. Great fucking time. Yeah.
Bill Burr.
Bill Burr's in this, and he actually does a really good job in his episode. Like, I know it's weird saying these names, but it all works. It's really weird, but like in his episode, he plays like one of those mercenaries, and he does a great job in it.
Take the people that have nothing to do with Star Wars.
They're in it.
In Star Wars.
He was in Breaking Bad, so they just got a bunch of people from Breaking Bad.
You know who plays the Mandalorian, Brian?
Yeah, watching Narcos already.
Okay, I don't know. I know him from Viper, as from Game of Thrones.
Yeah, I do too, but watching Narcos already.
I will see. But yeah, I don't know.
I think you'll like it.
That's the quick review, I guess, because it was dope. We ended up binging it over the weekend because we were like, oh, let's start it on Friday night. 3 or 4 episodes in. Go ahead.
Have you watched Narcos yet?
Yeah, I'm watching it right now. I'm on episode 6. Speaking of episode content, it's only like 8 episodes, and they're about an hour each, and they fly by.
One more thing about Narcos. I never skipped the intro song.
That's saying a lot. I know everyone's like, who gives a shit? No, Brian skips all the intros, unless it's some dope intro, so. But yeah, dude, after watching this, I'm like, I gotta be a Mandalorian. I'm gotta be a bounty hunter. That's why I'm like, in Red Dead Online, I'm gunning to be a bounty hunter. I'm just gonna be the Western Mandalorian.
You some kind of bounty hunter?
You some sort of bounty hunter? Oh my gosh. And that's all on that. Highly recommend it. Just to mirror Randall, because I think he gave it a glorious review as well. You should go watch it again, Randall.
It was good, and it was done by John Favreau. Favreau. He did a really good job, man.
Really good stuff.
I mean, he did Iron Man. And look where that's at now. Now he did Mandalorian. Let's go, you know?
Now all we need to do is
get him in DC.
Hire the Russo brothers to clean up Star Wars.
Good luck. You know how much money they'll probably ask for that?
I'm sure.
You know what they should do, and it'll make Star Wars a lot weirder, but probably more entertaining.
What?
Taika Waititi.
I'm down. He directs one of these episodes, and you can tell because the beginning part is just a fucking a comedy riff, like between 2 characters. In The Mandalorian, I forgot what episode it is, but it starts off with some comedy shit, and I'm like, this is like some Taika Waititi fucking dialogue. Sure enough, as soon as the episode ends, directed by Taika Waititi, I'm like, that's why.
He's only wronged me once, and I don't think it was his fault. I think it was Marvel's fault.
Did you watch Jojo Rabbit?
Yeah.
Dope, right?
Yeah.
Those fucking shoes, man.
No, Jojo Rabbit. No, I lied to you. I thought you were talking about the Wilderness People. I didn't watch Jojo Rabbit.
Oh, you fucking guy. You just made me kind of spoil it, bitch. All right.
Motherfucker.
Yeah. Brian's like, what the fuck do you mean the shoes? You'll see. Just watch it. It's really good.
I know he's Hitler.
Huh? He played, yeah, but he also made the movie. Like, I think he wrote it as well. Anyway. I think that's it. I'm going to call it there. It's already 2 hours and 42. Next week, I guess, what are you guys doing this week? And then we'll get to what's happening. Randall, what you doing this week? Let me see if he answers correctly.
There's a right and wrong answer?
Yeah. There's 2 valid answers. Go for it.
There's
3 valid. I'm going to give one, and if it's not one of the answers.
3 valid answers?
Okay. Do you want to think about those valid answers and we'll come back to you?
Yeah, sure.
No problem. Kelsey, what you doing this week?
I don't even know, man. Like,
are you going to stream Doom Eternal this week?
I'm going to try to. Actually, Path of Exile's Harvest League starts Thursday.
Oh my god, thank you for reminding me. I forgot about the new releases. Let me get through that.
I was going to say, I'm sorry. I was waiting for that so that I could mention it. I totally forgot.
Yep, I didn't scroll down fast enough. Go ahead.
Yeah, but I added that to the notable releases. Path of Exile Harvest League starts this week. I may stream that. I know that most people don't really care to, if you don't play the game, you don't really care to watch it. But the new league looks really cool. Adam and I are probably going to start it together, hopefully. Probably going to get some time in on that. Not really sure.
If you're going to play, might as well stream it. What's the harm?
Basically.
Yeah, you're already there.
I've been playing a lot of Pathfinder offline because that game, there's a lot to read. Oh, Nerd Raged Out just told me it's Fridays when it starts. But I've been playing a lot of Pathfinder Kingmaker offline because there's just so much to read, and unless you're really into that like D&D story stuff, it's a lot to get through on a stream.
Gotcha. It's not stream friendly.
I mean, it can be if you have an audience that's like really into that stuff, but I think there's a lot more to it now than what was originally out because there was some DLC, and so there's like a lot of extra stuff. And I'm just kind of trying to make it through it. Even I'm getting kind of tired of the story where I'm just like, fuck, please, can we just finish now? Can I do some of the stuff that I really want to do?
Okay. All right, so let me get through the game releases then. For the game, movies and music, I didn't see anything on there that I was waiting for. So, Brian, you can go and check to see if there's anything you were looking forward to. Games, we got Disintegration, which is that game where it's like a...
Jesse Ware.
No. This week on the 19th?
He was right there.
Oh, I deserve to get hit with rocks. So Jesse Ware is coming out this week, so I'm definitely going to have a read for that next week.
And Tiana Taylor.
I swear to God that was not on there this week. I swear to God that was not on there this morning.
So I think we need a new host.
Yeah, go find one.
Week?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He said he doesn't want to do it. All right, so for games, for music.
Well, he also said he wasn't going to stream. I know that's still true, but
yeah, I'm like, man, he's not streaming yet. Games this week, Disintegration, which is like a weird cross between like FPS and strategy game.
I want to try it.
That looked interesting, but I don't know. That's one of those I might wait for some reviews or some gameplay, like streams, to check it out.
Yeah, I was watching some stream earlier. It's supposed to be a cross between FPS and like an RTS.
Ah, okay, RTS, okay.
And I don't know, really doesn't make sense as to being like an RTS. You know, like...
Does it play better like an FPS?
I mean, every FPS is technically an RTS, because real-time strategy is just shit's happening and try not to die. Like, that's the way it works.
That's FPS, for the most part. Get the fuck out the way.
Don't get shot in the face, shoot them in the face. That's what an FPS is.
Yep.
You know? And, like, when I think of, like, RTS, I'm thinking of, like...
StarCraft
you're commanding,
or, like...
you know, multiple units to try and, like, surround an enemy and make quick decisions and that kind of stuff.
Like
I don't know.
Gears?
That's different.
Gears.
No, Gear Tactics is like XCOM. What he's talking about is like StarCraft, Age of Empires. I think even Warcraft, where like you have like a bunch of units you're doing.
There's no turns like Gears Tactics.
It's everything's happening in real time.
Real-time strategy. It literally means you build stuff and then you go attack something. You know, it's like it's usually done on like a what's that
Isometric.
Called? Isometric view. Yeah, that's generally been the trend for it. And FPS technically is an RTS but usually an FPS means that you're controlling one person and that's it. You're not like controlling multiple units. In the game, I think you do get to control multiple units. I'm pretty sure it's only single player, but I don't know. I didn't watch
it's not co-op.
It
said on Steam there's single player and there's online PvP is what it said.
Yeah.
Oh.
It doesn't. Let me pull it up again. But yeah, it says if I could stop fucking coughing. Yeah, single player and online PvP. Yeah, what Brian? I thought there was another thing, but yeah, it's just single player and online PvP. So, and again, like they have 3 trailers up here, 2 of which show you absolutely nothing about the game other than it's pretty, and the third one sort of shows you some gameplay, but it's mostly just, them
stylized like shots of in-game footage instead of
it doesn't actually show you what is happening, but they tell you it's a sci-fi FPS combined with RTS elements, but show you absolutely nothing about it.
Then we'll probably find out about it like when it comes out and people are streaming it. That's when we'll know if it'll fucking sink or swim, you know?
I mean, people have already... I mean, it came out today. So people are already... Or actually, it came out yesterday. People are already streaming it.
Then I'm going to have to check some of the streams out just to make sure it's actually, like, worth looking into. I mean,
the game does look cool, but I don't know.
That's what I'm saying. I think all I've seen is the trailers you talked about where it's just, like, cutscene looking things. I'm like, that's all I've seen. Like, so I
And
don't
then
know.
the gameplay is literally just them like in the ship thing that's following them around shooting. Like, what the fuck does that show me? Nothing.
Yeah. All right, so we got Waylanders, which is like a RPG inspired by like Dragon Age, Neverwinter Nights, and all this other stuff. It looked really cool, so I put it on the list. Maybe like Kelsey or Brian might be into it. I think it's single player though, so it's up to you guys if you're gonna look.
Waylanders? Is it on
Yeah,
Steam?
I think so.
Check it out.
Pokemon Sword and Pokemon Shield get their expansion pass this week. West of Dead comes out, which is like a top-down Western, like you play as like some dead dude, and it looks a stylized action twin stick shooter.
The main character is voiced by Ron Perlman.
Oh, I didn't know that. That's pretty
Trailer
cool.
looked cool. I want to play it. I don't know if I'll buy it like nowish or probably not, to be honest, but it looked interesting.
Gotcha. Yeah, I saw the trailer and I'm like, I might have to try this. And then The Last of Us Part 2 comes out Friday. And then Path of Exile Harvest, which is that's the season that Kelsey you were talking about, right?
Yeah, the Path
Okay.
of Harvest Exile. Fucking Friday. Path of Exile Harvest comes out Friday.
And that okay. And you'll okay, cool. And then for music, we got Jesse Ware and Tiana Taylor coming out.
But you should be ashamed of yourself.
The Jesse Ware no one, because I've been looking forward to it. But the Tiana Taylor one, I'm like, I didn't know that she was dropping one. But
Be
the
ashamed
Jesse
of
Ware,
everything, Anthony.
that's
Don't
how
try and
that's how I
justify
get
this.
better. I look at the things I do and
Don't-
look, that shit I gotta try again. That's how I get better.
That's how I started zoning people. So fucking proud of them.
I mean, obviously, me running in there and hitting buttons was not fucking working. So I'm like, I had to switch up the style because I'm not gonna, not get some hits in. Otherwise, I'm just watching you play. Yeah, like shotgun, bro. Randall knows. He's like, damn, that's almost as bad as the Miguel that bodied me. So for movies this week, we got we got nothing. Music is those two, and that's about it. Now, Kelsey, what are you doing this week? Path of Exile.
Probably Path of Exile this weekend, unless Shannon wants me to do something. I'm looking at all these games that are on the Steam Game Festival. There's a couple that look really cool. There's this one called Eastern Exorcist. It's a 2D side-scrolling action RPG. You might like it. It has a really cool art style, and it looks pretty awesome.
Put it in our chat link so I can look after the show.
All right.
I haven't had a
Yeah.
chance to look at the that showcase yet. So besides the Path of Exile, you're gonna be checking out some of those demos.
Some of the demos, I'll probably practice some more Doom. Because
Yeah.
I would really love to be part of that group that's like,
I finished this shit.
yeah.
Facts. Those
And
are
then
facts.
I've also been watching a lot of like speedrunners for Demon Souls, Dark Souls stuff, and I've thought about getting into that.
Are you gonna speedrun Demon Souls or Dark Souls?
Sure. I mean, I think it'd be a lot of fun. Go ahead.
Did you start doing this last week or like around the beginning of this week?
What?
Watching the Soul speedruns.
No, I've been watching it for a while.
Okay.
There's
'cause
a guy
like
named Mela Jazz that has been doing it for quite a while, and he set the world record for Dark Souls. I think it was the original Dark Souls.
Uh-huh.
And because so there's like 3 people that usually go back and forth between it, and there's a 4th one now that I just found out about who's currently got the world record. But
Yeah.
Distortion 2, who's known for doing a lot of speed runs and setting a lot of records. Ella does a lot of them, and then another guy named Nems. And the 3 of them like get in and out of each other's chats and things. And I've been watching Ella for quite a while. I've been watching Distortion for quite a while. I haven't really watched any of Nems streams, but all in all, like it just looks like a lot of fun to see them be, take all the things that I struggled with and go, yeah, dude, that's easy. Fuck it. Like, it's just, we're done. That's it.
I've been
So it would be
watching-
really cool to, like,
Be part
even
of
if I
that.
could get into the top 20,
Mm-hmm.
that would be amazing,
I've been watching basically around the same time, but with Bloodborne. I watched the guy do the whole game with DLC without getting hit.
Javi says that he watches Distortion and Nems as well, and that Nems sounds like the Killing Floor 1 character voice. I don't know what that reference is.
I'll have to get his stream, because, like, I only know him as Nems, but I think it's, like, Nems 20 or something.
Oh, Javi can probably
Bobby,
send
if
you
you
that.
have it, can you link it to me? But yeah, I've thought about like getting into that. I also really, really need to start working on the car. But I have like so much shit that I need to do that I want to do. You know,
I
I've
always
got a whole
forget
bunch
about
of,
your
like,
car until you mention it. And I'm like, oh my god, you're right. It's still in the garage.
It is, you know, and my neighbor keeps telling me that he wants to help me work on the car, and so I've seriously been considering, um, especially since it's been really nice out. I've seriously been considering going out there and like trying to do something with it, getting
Yep.
it to start moving forward, that kind of stuff. Um,
Even if it's
So-
like an hour and a half, and then just swap back to playing games. Like it's you'll do some progress, you know.
yeah,
You should you should start your stream in your garage and then just walk to your computer and start playing something.
you know, but I have a what do you call it? I have a GoPro around here somewhere that I bought so that I could like stream actually working on the car instead of having just that like side view, because there's a lot of stuff now that I'm going to be like up underneath the car for.
Gotcha.
I thought it'd be really cool if I, you know, had a camera plastered to my forehead
Uh-huh.
so that people could see it. So
That'd be pretty dope. Okay. So you gonna speedrun this weekend, or you're undecided?
probably going to spend a lot of my time on Path
On-
of Exile.
Gotcha.
You know, because like it's out, it's new. I don't know. I really want to play, but at the same time, I'm just like I'm kind of burnt because I spent so much time in this last league, and I'm just like I kind of want to just take a break, even though I've been on a break from it for the last like 4 weeks.
That's the downside of like going in on a game, because after
Yeah.
like when new content comes out, you're like, it's more the same though, and I don't know if I want to. Yeah, I get that.
Yeah.
All right, Brian, what are you doing this weekend or this week? I guess.
Some point in the week, I'm streaming Skullgirls. The rest of it, I don't know what the hell I'm doing either.
Oh, okay.
When is it? When is Evo online?
July 11th and 12th, I think.
Okay.
That's for Skullgirls exclusively. Every weekend of July is a different game.
So
Are you
Randall.
gonna stream yourself playing, or are you gonna just? Because like,
I
I
don't know.
mean, go over to Anthony's. I think it'd be awesome to watch you stream, you kicking ass.
We'll probably have the bandwidth unless Comcast shits the fucking bed on that specific weekend.
I wouldn't be surprised. I can't have too many nice things at once.
Have you played this
Oh.
game?
Which one? Get the fuck out? No, I've seen gameplay though. That looks like it's fun. It's 4-player co-op.
Yeah, I saw a friend of mine stream that. It looked interesting. But yeah,
You said it
Skullgirls
looked
is only-
interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Every other, I think you said you want to play Siege Anthony. Besides that, I'm open for the rest of the week. If the days aren't slotted for something, I'm just gonna play Skullgirls instead.
Got it. So okay, we'll get to me in a minute. Randall, so what are you doing this week?
I couldn't figure out what 4 things you guys were talking.
I only had
about.
2. I don't know what the hell Brian's gonna say.
I had one, but it's not gonna happen.
Oh, it's 3 games, 3 things. See, but I'm probably gonna finish.
Randall, no, don't worry about this, man. We're
I thought he
live.
was-
We're burning.
I thought he was sending over a game.
Nah, don't worry about it, bro. That's for after the show. We'll look at it after the show.
Probably finishing at 209. I put up the other panels, so I just gotta put up that one.
Gotcha. That's about it. That's the main. That's what you're doing.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, one of them came close, but you failed on both fronts. Brian, did he fail on yours?
Yeah.
All right, cool. So this week, what I'm doing.
Wait, hold up. What were the 3 things?
Okay, one of them I'm gonna tell you because it's part of my schedule.
Oh,
The other one was stream, Randall. Like
and that was yours, I'm assuming.
Nope.
What
my
was yours?
Skullgirls.
I already have Skullgirls. What was yours?
That means you're double failing because that means he would like to see you stream Skullgirls.
What was yours?
It was Witcher, but when you mentioned Skullgirls, I'm switching it to that.
Witcher.
So streaming, Skullgirls, and Witcher. And what's the 4th one?
So this week we got the 4th one's included in my schedule. So I'm gonna do my placements for Rainbow Six Siege on the new season that came out today. Javi, if you're still in the chat, if you want to get your MMR drained to the bottom, you can join me if you like. But it's me and Brian, I think, and it'll probably be tomorrow, Brian. So then you can play Skullgirls on Thursday.
Javi, if you want to just use my account, you can.
He wants to get copper. I'm gonna get you dirt rank.
They showed the charms per rank, and he likes the copper one, so he doesn't care.
Okay. So then Thursday is going to be probably some more Red Dead. Maybe the single player, because I do need to finish the single player. But we'll see, because I really want to be a bounty hunter. And then Friday is probably me downloading The Last of Us Part 2. So, Randall, what you failed to do was, on the weekend, you're going to watch me play that, because I'm streaming that early in the morning Saturday and early in the morning Sunday. Because that's when Jen has her shifts. And I'm going to be recording it. So, streaming over the weekend, it's going to be Last of Us Part 2. I'll probably have it in follower-only mode, maybe just sub mode, so I don't get spoilers. Because I'm sure someone's going to run through the game Friday and then run around Twitch spoiling it for everyone.
Didn't you already read what happens?
Yeah, and apparently only one of those things is for real, from the leaks. So
do you know which one?
You and I need to talk after this stream.
I know, but I don't know which one's fake. Like I don't know what the real thing.
No,
is
I'm
like.
going to tell you what I was told by people who played the game.
Oh, okay.
I played it.
All right, so that's that. There's gonna be a bunch of Last of Us Part 2 content on the YouTube channel. It's gonna be my raw fucking playthrough and reaction. So grab the Kleenex. And that's it for the week. Until next week, I gotta finish reviewing all the stuff that I still have that are now carryover minutes. And then, not next week, but the week after of recording, we have our 100th episode. It's going to not be on Tuesday. It's going to be on a Friday, which is like the July 3rd, 4th of July weekend. We're just going to be here booling and celebrating 100 episodes, having drinks. Like, we're just going to be hanging out. So
we should drunkenly play Siege.
We can do that too. Like, we'll record the podcast and then we'll switch over to just playing drunk Siege. Like, I'm down for that.
A lot of times I am just drinking while playing.
Oh. And then, all right.
Makes a lot of sense.
How much is
That's why I
Siege?
carry you every time I'm in there.
No, somehow after I drink, I killed more people. I don't understand.
It depends what edition you get, Randall. Like you can get the base edition for like $9, right?
Skull
Yeah,
Girls?
but
See,
no.
Oh,
Of Siege.
on
I'm
Siege.
pretty sure you don't want to buy the base edition of Skullgirls. You want to buy the expansion version of Skullgirls, and then get the an upgraded version of Siege.
Yeah, because that way you get some operators that you can try out and see who you like, and then you
I
can
think there's
talk
like
to
a
like
$30 version that like comes with a whole bunch of stuff.
yeah. But then you can start talking to like Javi, Brian, and Johan because they know the characters like in and out, so they can like. They know if you want to give them your play style, they can probably recommend an operator for you for attack and defense.
Nobody teleports.
Yeah, there's no teleporting, Randall. So like,
Yeah.
Brian and I are cursed with the starter edition. All right, and that's about it. We got some big stuff obviously this weekend with a huge AAA title coming out, our 100th, and then next month is Ghost of Tsushima. So, bunch of playthroughs coming up.
Do we normally get 4th of July off of work?
Yeah, you get the day before because it lands on a Saturday this week or this year, so that's why we get the 3rd off. You should have the 3rd off, which is a Friday, which is why that's when we're doing our 100th. It's July 3rd.
Sure we have it off?
You should. Like it's usually if it lands on a weekend, you get the day before or after off.
Yeah. If it's on a Saturday, you get off Friday. If it's on a Sunday, you get off Monday.
Yeah,
That's the way it works basically everywhere.
So if they're making you go in to work, Brian, they probably don't love America. So let them know that.
Uh-huh.
That's it, guys. That's all I got for episode 98. We're almost at the big one. Anything else you guys need to say before we exit this thing?
Buy Skullgirls already. It's $9.99. You go on Steam.
And any other game you want to fucking plug,
Hey,
even though we're not getting paid for it?
Randall, when are you gonna stream on that shitty computer of yours?
Yo, facts.
It is,
Better
man.
question. Better question.
I need a better graphics card.
Randall, that's not a question now that I think about it, but
I'm not starting this
Randall,
at fucking 3 hours in.
Yeah.
Brian, go ahead. Finish this up and we're ending the episode.
Now needs everybody to buy Skullgirls, but Randall needs to buy Remnants so we can play because I have it installed already.
Same.
Oh yeah, we're supposed to play.
Oh, so
Remnant
everybody
together.
has it but me?
Yes.
Yeah. I bought it too, so I should see a sale.
It just so happens. What'd he say? What did he say?
He said he just bought it, so you'll see a sale soon.
Oh, okay, cool. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. Thanks in advance.
Bro,
It just so happens that I am, in fact, ready for such an occasion, but there's only one problem.
He doesn't have his enclosure. Didn't come in. He's gonna put like an external SSD. So you
No, I'm sorry. I've been saying it incorrectly this whole time. Not enclosure. What is it called?
The conversion kit for the 2.5?
The conversion kit.
Okay.
My conversion kit hasn't come in yet, so.
Oh, then you can still install it. Just have it dangling for a bit.
Really?
Yeah. Randall, I had that.
I'm
was
not
the thing.
doing that,
Okay.
Anthony.
Well, it's just connections.
See, dude, those things weigh nothing.
Yeah,
it's
that's what I
like
told
a
her.
penny is heavier than an SSD.
You can tape it down.
Just wrap it in a special CIA napkin and it won't hit the ground.
Okay.
Do you not have a slot on the side that you can screw it into?
Maybe that's a good point because I've seen cases that have that where you don't need the.
I'm
the
not
tray.
jerry rigging this thing.
No, they're
man.
not.
It's
though
not
this
a
is-
jerry
it's
rig,
not a-
dude. Like it's literally they have slots on the sides of the back of
Well,
the
you-
case
mhm.
where you can screw the hard drive down. Most
Yep.
cases these days don't even come with drive bays because everything gets attached to the case so that it's as open as possible.
That might be a solution because
Well, mine is set up so that you could just slide it in and then that's it. But it has to be
Yeah.
able to. It has to be able to fit in that slot in order to do it.
But those are for 3.5
Yeah.
drives specifically. But
Yeah.
there might be slots for SSD. Is what he's saying that we can just attach to the side. There might be. We have to open it up.
Literally, like you put screws through the corners
Mhm.
and attach it to the frame itself. But you don't. It doesn't need to be a 3.5. You can just shove it in there and it'll work.
I don't think mine is like that though.
Because
Which
remember,
part?
his is like the Dell, so it's like pre-configured to do whatever the hell they
It's
want it
not
to.
Dell, man. It's HP.
Who cares?
It cares to
Name
me.
brand.
Yeah, you know what HP stands for?
Hewlett Packard.
Horsepower.
Huge problem. All right, that's what it stands for.
No,
all right?
it hasn't given me no problems.
What about that one time?
Okay.
Well, apparently it's giving you some problems because you're not streaming on it.
Ooh, fucking facts.
Hello?
I'd like to report a murder.
Yeah. All right. And you had look right there. It's not even on camera. The Elgato's right over there. Actually, it is on camera. You can see it.
I
that
unplugged
definitely-
my PS4.
I'm just letting you know, Randall,
What do you need a PS4 for, Jack?
because he already got PS5. He saw the PS5 fucking trailer and he's like, I don't need this anymore, and he just unplugged it and put it for display.
He's already sold it. He's got the money ready.
I'm not
for
selling it,
sale.
but it's not connected anymore.
You have Tekken on PC now.
Yeah, he's gonna transfer it over to that SSD.
You have Skullgirls.
That's what you should stream.
$9.99
Brian will
on
definitely
Steam.
fucking watch it then. He'll probably join you.
You know what?
I mean, the
you
whole
need, though?
objective was that this week I was going to install a bunch of games on
Skullgirls.
here, but I cannot do that because
Again, Randall, like it's
'Cause
not that.
you're being
Yeah,
weird about your
yeah, you
drive.
can-
That-
yeah.
It has nothing to do with the inability to do it. You could physically
Install
and
it,
literally do
yeah.
it,
Yep.
but you're just being weird because you think something's gonna happen.
I said we're not gonna
because it
start
doesn't
this.
fit perfectly inside of a 3.5.
Hold on,
inch
we can
drive.
destroy him after I'm done recording here. Give me a minute, all right? Episode 80. Nope, wrong. Episode 98 of the ADLR Podcast. Thank you guys. We'll be back next week for reviews on Journey to the Savage Planet, Gato Roboto, and some music. Bye.